We are up. We are here. It is time.
It is.
Yes.
And I just want to say one thing, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, man, I was hoping that when we locked in for this episode, man, you were going to be the champ.
Yeah, man. I was just about to get into that a little bit. I'm not sad to be a transitional champion for my brother Chaz. But I'm gonna tell you something. That and new. I need that. Whenever it happens, whenever I become the 2-time, you know what I mean? You know, shout out to Eddie and Ray, they my guys. But whenever I become 2-time, and hopefully I get to defend that joint. Yeah, because it was close. It was a classic. You know what I mean?
You lost by 1.
Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Lost by 1. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Chaz put up a good 4.5 stars last night. But it was cool though, because I'm like, all right, I want to lose it in this way. If anything, I don't want to get blown out the water. You know what I mean? But yeah, I need that and new bad one time. And Nolo made me jealous of the and new, just so you know.
And you know what? And to be honest with you, that's my end goal in all this. I don't even want the BGW championship no more. It's beneath
Cody. You Cody.
I'm good. Like I'm good.
You like Cody, right? Yeah, AEW.
As long as Nolo doesn't get it, we good. That is at the end of the day, the core of my being is to make sure he does not hold BG predictions champion. So
nevermore.
So Chaz getting it, yeah. You get it, absolutely. Matt get it, Pat. Yeah. Nolo. Now we got to cancel the show. There's no point.
That boy Nolo was like JBL for a minute, bro.
Bruh.
Yo, that's my guy. Yeah, I'm like, dog. But yeah, man, I need that.
Since it's just you and me, man. But the question of the week is gonna be real simple, real easy.
Mm-hmm.
What was your honest thoughts on the Carter 6?
Uninspired.
Yeah.
Uninspired and like nothing to like. He's not really reporting on anything that I think that we care about. I think that like the sound is a bit dated. Some of those beats, I'm not sure. This was like, this, and the Carter is such a amazing legacy of albums. I think even when we think about 4 and 5, I think that we might put those in the back seat, right? But when you think about the initial trio, man, it's like Jesus Christ, right? And it's like, how can this particular album be in the same category with these other ones? And it's from the same exact artist. But we've been aware of what's been going on with the artists a little bit, and but Wayne is always going to be regarded, and you know what I mean. But I didn't think the Carter 6 was again just an uninspired album, and just maybe, and again I'm not even sure of the business, you know what I mean, who has this album, who is it released under label wise and all of that, and yeah, I don't know, but it's this ain't it. This ain't it.
To be honest with you, bro, I didn't even know he had dropped a Carter 5. This was all news to me. I was like, whoa. When did the 5th one drop?
Exactly. Yeah, and this was 18, came and went. Really, I can't even really remember what was the lead single off of this. Was it Uproar? I believe it was the lead single was Uproar, the Swiss Beats produced joint, and it sampled Special Delivery, the Bad Boy track.
That was awful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was awful.
5, 4, 3, 2, that one. You know what I mean? But yeah, it definitely came and went. You know what I mean? And I think that even the Carter 5 had a lot, people were willing to accept that at that era, at that time. A crazy lead single produced by Swiss. But man, this is.
And to be honest with you, man, I feel like you go through these series of a series of events, Like I knew I didn't want anything from Lil Wayne. It's been a while since I've actually been like, I want a new Wayne tape. First, it was the Philly, the Mania performance and how awful that was.
Yeah, man,
that was awful, right?
Yeah, it was just like an appearance.
Yeah, and then this whole Super Bowl debacle. I don't know why anybody would want that. I get it's in the city, but we are talking about the Super Bowl. No, nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, it's nobody. And see, that's the thing about Wayne's performance too. It's not Wayne has a very specific performance. Again, he has a very specific vocal inflection and all of that. But like the live show isn't, I don't think it's to the standard or quality where, especially when you're televising a concert, right? But we're talking about like the actual Super Bowl. I don't even really know why it was like a conversation. I think it became a conversation because like of how like certain things aligned with, you know, his arch nemesis and, you know, that being like a thing, you know, Wayne kind of coming up in lyrics. So and people were just kind of salty, but it's like the guy just came off of a tour also. You know what I mean? Like he's on another one now, right? But you know, think about the Mr. Morale tour. It's like, what was the latest and greatest like Wayne tour that like brought? So that's and I feel like, you know, with hip hop, it's legacy acts and it's all of that. But you know, Kendrick is very current. Wayne is forever, right? But I just think he's at a point in his career in which, you know, it's man, it's just like it's just not there for
you know what
certain things.
We got the perfect person to ask. We got D-Mac in the building.
What up, fellas?
What's up with you, man?
Cool, man.
You know, you came in at the right time, man, because the question of the week is, what is your honest opinion of the Carter Six?
Oh my God. I'm probably the wrong person to be honest with you. I'm super biased when it comes to Wayne.
That's what we want, though. That's the point of this. The point of this dialogue, man. You know, the ebb and flow. We need the yin and yang of this.
Yeah. So I think the bars was fire. You know what I mean? Like he never gonna go wrong with the bars. What I think went wrong with this album, because I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest with you, is that the beat selection was terrible. Towards the latter end of the album, like after the Islands song, which I'm a fan of the Island song. Then I don't know what song he sampled. It was like hip hip, hip hip. I don't know the name of the original song, but I was a fan of it, of that, you know, Wayne rendition of it. And like the first half of the album, I think was straight. And the feature selection got me excited, and I was like, okay, he got a song with Big X, and you know, he got him and Big Sean is like, you know, Steph and Clay in the backcourt. Like every time they get on a song together, one of them have a phenomenal verse. You know what I mean? Going back to my Big Sean album with I Don't Fuck With You. What was it called? Dark Fantasy, Dark Twisted something. I forgot.
Paradise.
Dark Paradise.
Fellas, man, I've been up since 3:00 today.
Good music.
But yeah, so he you know, the Carter Six, it was kind of ironic that the label didn't push it as big as it should have been. You know, this is a monumental album. Like Wayne marketing, you know, throughout his whole career, starting with the Carter series, has been phenomenal. You know, with, you know, having the Carter series almost as if it was a Jordan retro in correlation, because, you know, the other albums, they cool. You know what I'm saying? You're going to listen to them, but it's not quite like the Carters. You know, you hear the I'm Not a Human Being kind of have their own, you know, series and stuff like that. And he kind of dropped, you know, a few other things with Funeral and Rebirth and stuff like that. But even the sales don't even correlate to what the Carter series has been dropping. And so like the marketing to that, historically to the Carter has been, you know, okay, Wayne coming out with the real album, if you will. And the record labels didn't push the Carter Six as big as they did the previous ones. So that was one kind of red flag for me. No single came out first. I was shocked about that. Like, okay, what's the single? Like, what is the big push? No mixtape. Like, he came. Well, I'm backtrack. He came out with a mixtape. The mixtape was actually a mixtape. before. It was like the mix before the 6, and it was a couple of his. It was like Manny Fresh and Rod Smooth. If you're a Wayne head, you know exactly who Rod Smooth is. He did the prefixes, the suffixes, Wayne mixtapes. Louisiana, probably the most famous mixtape that Rod Smooth did with Lil Wayne, and him and Manny Fresh came together to make an actual mixtape of songs mixing in, almost a DJ mixtape, if you will. And still, I was like, it's not buzzing. Now, listening to the album, the first 4 songs, I'm like, okay, this is cool. When I'm gonna get, something, and I'm listening, and I'm like, damn, Wayne. I like it because I just want to hear Wayne, but my brother had called me. Shout out to YP. If you're in the Savannah area, June 21st, redoing the Fashion Night Out, in Savannah. Off the Wave presents Fashion Night Out 2025 at the Sturgis. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out there in the Savannah area, running around, you might run into somebody. I think years before we had Travis Hunter out there, trying to check out some gear and stuff like that. So if you want to get fresh, if you want to see what's coming out, if you want to, critique and hate, show up. Show up to the Fashion Night Out, Off the Wave in Savannah at the Sturgis. Big bro always do a big thing. But anyway, he called me and he asked me, how I felt about it. And I was like, and we both was on a mutual agreement of that we liked it, but we don't think that other people was gonna like it because seemed like what the low question was gonna be about the WWE. I don't want to step on his toes, but it seemed like that with this album.
Well, okay. We'll rendezvous that back. Yeah, we'll rendezvous that back.
That definitely makes sense too.
And before we hit that intro, the champ is here, the new champ.
Yeah.
And
gang.
My dog. Yeah, that's
Mac, do better, Mac. Do better. I'm not Scott. It's me, man. It's your boy. Come on, give me some love. Damn.
I'm hating on you. I'm not hating on you. I love you. I just hate the fact that I didn't win, bro.
Okay, fair enough. I can buy that.
We was in there, John. We was tussling.
Yeah,
Mac,
flex, all types of shit.
Mac, you and me were in last place. We weren't tussling nothing. We
didn't make weight.
We won't Keyshawn, man. We won't Keyshawn. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. we disappointed Virginia too.
Damn.
Boy. My boy, man. Very happy to be a transitional champion for my boy, man.
But you know what we don't disappoint? We don't disappoint with this intro. Let's start this show.
Real trap shit.
This is the peak of professional wrestling. I love it.
Once again, you're tuned in to the BG Dub. What up? Hit the subscribe button and pour a cup. We back up soon as Scotty beams. Collar and Noble conversation served with a side of collard greens. No lows, the biggest heel in the photo. D-Mac and Chad shooting hard from the logo. And off the top rope, starting that guard from a locker room in Philly, they got low. Black guy, BG Dub, throw it up, yo. Wolfpack, throw it up, yo. Sunday night's main event, and we live with it. And this is where we hit the logo.
Got some crappy shoes on. It's never ironed. The shirt is too small. The shitty scarf and the terrible ass haircut. And you think that you're better than War? Give me a break.
I always love when I can make it to watch the entrance.
I know.
Make me smile every time.
Gotta love it.
I definitely be doing the intro at random times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I need like a pick me up, I'll be like, you know what? Let me just throw the intro on real quick. It'll boost my boost my morale. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 203 of the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. The brand is healthy, the brand is beautiful, the brand is wonderful. You know what I mean? Let's not even waste no time. Coming in first, it is Scotland Underwood.
Coming in second in the fifth chair, BGW Pod. Low from the lead, low name from the triple. You already know what it is, man. 203. What up, family?
Low Nan from the triple is hard, brother. I meant to tell you that earlier. I was
My
like,
address 300 from the hood.
this nigga here, that's pretty creative. I like that.
You know I gotta do my thing.
I like it. Coming in third, Sam Bailey. Say no more.
Look, nigga, we'll get you a champ introduction out the way, man. Calm the fuck down.
I'm sorry.
No.
I ain't been here in a while. Let me have my joy. Let me have my grit.
I understand, but just like calm it down. All right, we got
Chad's like Dom. He said, "I'm the GOAT." Like this is up. I'm like
king of the luchadors.
Yeah, man. Buenos noches, Padres. This is I'm doing a gimmick switch. You know what I mean? No one is never late for the party. They'll always get it started. You know, the one that don't like their asses flat or wings, something like that. Hexagon tardy, everybody.
let's go.
Hexagon tardy.
Hexagon tardy.
That shit is tough.
It is.
We got our own grande.
Thought of it today.
You know, my biggest gripe with Lucha Libre, like I love Lucha Libre, don't get me wrong, is the lack of black wrestlers that you would typically see in Lucha Libre. Like, I'm sure there's been some. I just like it's very rare, or like there's very few I can name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So Hexagon tardy would be a dope.
Yeah,
You know, that's a good point, Scott. I don't ever think I've seen black luchadors.
Don't get me twisted. I am not the person to correctly.
Yeah. No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there is. Off the top, like I know, Too Cold Scorpio was on one, but did a couple matches.
Mm-hmm.
That News Brown, I've seen. Shit, Kamala even did a little stint.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, like I'm talking like full roster members. But
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, man. I think it's a lot deeper to this conversation too, though. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that shit earlier. I was trying to catch up on AAA. I didn't even watch AAA this weekend, man. I was in the field, new job, so I gotta go to the field and shit. But
I don't miss that shit at all, brother. Them field exercises suck.
Really, it's the same job. They just we got a new command team. And they was like, well, y'all been out the field so long, y'all need to experience it to yada yada yada.
Man,
like,
get the fuck out of here, brother. Go sit in your chair and leave us alone.
man,
Brother.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could, but yeah, bro, we was out in the field. So I watched Money in the Bank this morning, and I was thinking, I seen Pentagon, Penta, then I seen Octagon, and I was like, bro, you got all these goddamn shapes, bro. I was about to be triangle tarted, but that ain't really, you know.
That's tough. That's tough.
I think that'll be with the mask. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
Fuck it.
But it's like a pyramid though.
Ooh,
Like yeah.
You like a hotel.
Ooh, we yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, but
Trying to get smarter, bro.
Shoot, how y'all boys been, man?
Shit.
living,
Everybody
bro.
good? Everybody up?
working. But about to take that vacation too. About to take this 2 weeks off in another week, so I need that, man.
What week?
The 15th to the 30th.
Shit, I'm off the 22nd to the 30th.
Yeah, I need a break bad, man.
Shoot, a break
Take
is
your vacation when you need to, brother. Got to do that.
Yeah, man. It's been a year and a half since I had one.
Oh yeah. It's time. It's time for you to get that relax on, man. You deserve it.
Yeah, man. I got some house things to take care of during that time, but we definitely gonna relax.
That's me too, bro. I got grads now, and I've been obsessed with that shit.
Yeah.
Now
you're officially an old man.
Nigga, I'm about to wake up. I'm about to wake up like at opening time for this landscaping club. And like Jay's coming out, nigga. I'm trying to get this weed and feed tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, man. Grown man shit.
Yeah, bro.
So, niggas,
Yes,
welcome. We got a lot to cover this evening. I told the viewing audience last week, because we had a short episode then, that this episode we gonna go until the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? Whatever that looks like.
We're gonna cook.
We gonna cook, right? A lot of wrestling. First, did y'all know that it is not pronounced triple A?
Yes.
It's actually triple I.
Triple I.
I did not know that. No, I did not.
Spanish alphabet.
That man Conan was like, yo, y'all not gonna keep calling it its slave name. Y'all gonna call it by the real, you know what I mean? But but Worlds Collide, top to bottom, shit, probably one of my favorite cards this year. This shit was just fun.
Yeah.
Just pure fun. First, let's talk about the commentary. Corey Graves and Conan, right, on the mic. I don't know who wants to start out first, but like,
I'll just say, the history lesson was dope. For me, because I'm coming into it, still trying to learn the game. That for me, I was very intuitive with like taking notes and ingratiating the history. So that was first one. So shout out to Conan, and I'm gonna give Corey his flowers. Like he held it down. But I'm gonna stop there and let y'all slander. God bless.
Listen, real quick, I just want to say, man. Y'all seen the name pop up in the last couple of weeks. I kind of see it now. That got him. So, okay. A couple weeks ago, we had a moment where me and Scott had a moment about the LWO, right? It's the reason why my heart is in certain places still to this day. Bro, Conan could do no wrong to me. When I got on the timeline tomorrow, I'm like, excuse me. When I got on the time, I'm tripping. When I got on the timeline yesterday, I said, this is what we doing on a day like today. The show didn't even get started good yet. I'm like, dog, like, why they shitting on my guy? Like, what my guy?
Yo, don't get it.
It's always somebody to shit on though. But I'm like, it's cool. I ain't even gonna say. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna listen. It was music to me. I listen to Keeping It 100. You know what I mean? Like but not too much. But however, that man could do no wrong to me, bro. I'm sorry, but I just want to put that disclaimer out there, man. Vocal inflection, even down to his place of birth, where some of my people come from. He cannot do any wrong to me, bro. I'm sorry.
Do not get it twisted.
And he's not Mexican too. For those that are Mexican, and he's not Mexican either.
Don't get it twisted. The importance of Conan to Lucha Libre is significant. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
come on,
that whole, like, when people used to say like he was the Hogan of Lucha Libre, like that's not no hyperbole. Like that's facts. You know what I mean? Like, especially the fact that he's from Cuba. Like I said, got the name started. You got the real name started in Mexico. His influence of bringing Mexican talent into the United States in the 90s, like very, very, very important figure. But god damn it, like my hope was, I was like, all right, yeah, this is a big show. Nigga, somebody call Mike Tenay up. Like, let's get Mike back in the booth. Let's get the professor, right? And like they prolonged who was teaming with Corey. So you hear Corey, you're like, all right, who's he gonna partner with? And I saw that it was Conan. I'm not gonna lie, out of instinct, I threw my hands up. I was like, all right, so there's not much we could do here. No worries. I'm not gonna lie to you, Lo. I definitely switched to the Spanish feed midway through.
It's my guy, man. I know people. I know it's a lot of hurt people around, man. You know
hurt people, man.
Hello, I got a question for you. So it's, as you said, that's your man, and I believe it. Did you feel a way towards him once the sale happened, or was it like just understanding where the business was at? Because I remember we were talking about it, I know you felt a certain type of way just because the management of TKO and things are going on, but did that put him in a different space for you at that time?
The question is to me, Chad?
Yeah.
And I appreciate the question. A few people have said it. So to answer your question first, no. Conan is a spoke on a wheel. Triple H, Paul Levesque, is a spoke on a wheel, right? When we think about the separation between like corporation and like employee, it's a huge difference. And I think that there can definitely be space and conversation for admiration of certain figures, but also a critique of things that they've done. I've critiqued Conan before. I critique everybody in this wrestling shit. We all do, right? But I think at the same time, though, when this particular sale happened, yes, it was an understanding about where the business was going. I think that like we feel like, you know, a lot of us in these last couple of years have been talking about what is going to be WWE's involvement with their market in Mexico, right? And how are they going to get there? And I think in wrestling and sometimes under capitalism, which is a system that I don't have any other choice but to live under, try to understand. I could definitely critique it, same way I critique, you know what I mean, the individuals. But at the same time, I'm not going to hold too much vitriol for this individual in this situation because I don't necessarily want to like make this all about comparison, but there's like thousands of other incidents in pro wrestling that I can like be angry about, right? But for me, when it's, and even kind of like listening to his show, when these things are going on, you'll see how much of a spoke in the wheel that he actually is, even when it comes down to Triple I. You know what I mean? Like he's just a fixture that's been there for such a long time that he's kind of entrusted with the brand in a particular way by its handlers, right? But just to answer your question, the sale necessarily didn't have me feeling any different thing about him. Like, you know, he was like this, like he's like swimming in money now, like those images we get of like people once they come up. And so whatever we think this might be for him, right? But I think that the visibility matters, not only for him, but for the brand, for these talents. We saw how much of a good time we had watching Worlds Collide. You dig what I'm saying? Without that sale, we don't get that show yesterday, folks. Sorry. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like we can definitely cut the pie up, pros and cons and all of that. But him as an individual, I still pretty much feel the same about. He's again, one of my most like favorite, I think, personalities in the business, like ever, just from like a vantage, like seeing a person like him on television in the 90s. It meant a few things, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, the man is, you know, he getting up in age. You know what I mean? He's not 40-year-old Conan no more. That's like, you know, stiffing people, whatever the case is. But yeah, I think that, you know, this is well-deserved visibility for himself and also the brand.
I mean, you got to even remember, like, there was a time like Conan was on a blacklist with WWE. Like Conan being in WWE, like seeing Conan on WWE programming is shocking in itself. Like, for those like quick history lesson, like Conan originally linked up with the WWE back in '92 when they were conceptualizing the idea or creating the idea for the Max Moon character. So like they invested all this money into this gimmick, and like they, you know, there's video of Conan in the suit doing the tryout matches, and like we were gonna go into '93. Conan was gonna be pushed heavy. And then Conan was like, I can make more money in Mexico, which was 100% true. And, you know, Vince was always that type of dude that held a grudge. So, like, he just always held a grudge to Conan. You know what I mean? Like, even down to, like, the story Conan told, I think it was, like, 2003. Like, they were looking for a commentator for Velocity. And somebody brought up Conan's name. Conan calls up the head office. Yeah, I think he speaks to Bruce Pritchard. And Bruce Pritchard, Conan said, I think the tape came in, it was his real name, Charles Ashenoff. Mm-hmm. And like nobody knew who he was. And they made him, like, they were like, yo, you need to submit a tryout video. And Conan was like, yo, like, what? I'm Conan. Like, what the fuck you doing?
Fuck you mean I can do? Huh?
Nigga, I invented Lucha Libre. What are you talking about? But yeah, no, I mean, it was dope to see Conan on the broadcast. Corey Graves absolutely did his thing 100%. Mm-hmm. I do like the energy that was on the Spanish commentary team. Like they brought a whole different vibration. And I think in due time, I think Conan sold exactly what he needed to, what his job was. Like, we are highlighting Triple A, we are highlighting Lucha Libre. Like, Lucha Libre right now is fire. Like, we have this in a couple weeks, AEW Arena Mexico. Like, the remainder of the year, Lucha Libre is going to be a focal point. But yeah, I think it was. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it and give it proper respect.
Do we? And just a quick question, probably not, but I'm just curious. Do you think the return of Lucha Underground is possible, or are we kind of past that?
Okay, right. Here's the thing about Lucha Underground. There is a Lucha Underground-esque type shit in MLW. Niggas just don't watch MLW.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do.
Noted. All right, my bad.
Yeah. There's been a whole like it's pretty much called Aztec Underground. Like they got a whole separate joint.
I've seen that. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yo, and at the shows is dope. Like if you ever been to an MLW show, you know what I mean? Like just same way how it was, like, you know, when you imagine the SmackDowns back in the day, right? You get your Velocity taping in real quick, or, you know, as more recently, your 205 Lives. You dig what I'm saying? But really, yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, man.
But look, let's block into these matches real quick. I even got slides for this shit. You know what I mean? Boom, opening match.
Look at
yeah.
Presentation.
I'm working. Keep in mind this is an outdated graphic because one of the people up here wasn't in the match, but we had
yes,
Dragon Lee, Del Toro, what's my man's name? Cruz Del Toro, and replacing Joaquin Wilde, Lince Dorado, against Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and the waviest nigga of all time, Mr. Iguana.
Hey man, he instantly became one of my favorite characters in the game right now, Bubba.
Look at this nigga, dog.
Look at this. Look at that. That's commitment. That's character.
Yeah,
that's buying into who you are with the drip. Come on, man.
The thing I love about it the most is like when it's with him in ring, and like it's in his mouth. Like this guy, he's fucking out of here, man. Like,
let me just say,
oh my god,
you know how they what's the term that they give what is it called, internet wrestlers, like, you know what I mean, like the wrestler that people gravitate to just off their gimmick, like the outrunners. Oh no boo boo
tomato.
Oh shit, I thought I was on mute. My bad.
Hey. Fuck you. But hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
No. What's up, baby?
What's up, champ?
That felt good, didn't it? I know.
Not really. It sounded kind of sucks. Kind of sucks, but it's all good. It's fine. Second place for the third pay-per-view in a row, but it's all right.
You're just a player 2 ass nigga, Luigi.
Classic.
That's a DMV classic. But absolutely. Look, man, we're not here to talk about a loser, man. We're here to talk about a winner, man. What do you think about Mr. Iguana, Nolo?
Oh, so you came to the wrong person, brother. Because I saw very little of Mr. Iguana other than the pop that he got on Money in the Bank, because I did not watch Worlds Collide yet. So I,
you know what? Truthfully, that's all you really needed to see.
Okay, yeah. I saw my man get a crazy pop, and I was like, oh, what did my man do earlier? Oh, absolutely. You know what it is.
So what y'all boys think of the opening match? You know what I mean? Like I thought. Oh well, first, man, the presentation, like, it really felt like a whole different vibe, like it was a WWE production, but like the rope colors, the mat, you know what I mean, the AAA WWE logo. What y'all think?
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, what that shit say?
Is this a white free zone?
What? How do we? What?
What is this?
Hey man, you about to get blocked.
Hey man.
Yeah, that's an automatic ban.
Nah,
Go ahead, man.
Let them cook, man.
That was an automatic.
This is my question. Let's do this. Has anyone ever watched any wrestling match, right, or any wrestling card, and seen who's on the card, except for people that look like us, right? On the other side, do we think anybody has ever said, is this a black free zone? Is this a black free card? No, because nobody cares. And they don't care about that. They just, when they see the standard, they see the standard. Here, this is the standard. Right? So that's how I think we could go about that.
That was insane. Yeah, that was an automatic ban. But
I saw you look hard, and I was like, yo, what's he looking so hard at? And I looked over, I was like, oh, this man is wilding, whoever this is.
Yeah, man, I'm here to talk about Mr. Iguana, and then this shit come up. Like, you fucking up the feng shui of the vibe.
Shout out to feng shui.
Thank you. But yeah, opening match, fire. Like I said, Mr. Iguana, like said, that presentation. I kind of hope he don't fall in. Like, he's gonna fall into that category where, like, because of the gimmick, people are gonna be like. I think I even saw somebody that were like, "Oh, he should be on Raw Monday." I'm like, see what you're doing. You're doing too much. Like, you're doing way too much. You gotta like slow sip these things. Like, let this nigga pop up at random times, like in the crowd. Come on, bro. So what y'all think, man? What y'all got?
The man got the juice. This is my first time ever hearing about him, seeing about him, and I live for shenanigans and good ass graps, and he gave me both. Like, in the midst of all that, the motherfucker could wrestle. And wrestle really good. The funniest spot was when he got pissed when old boy did the Spanish fly to the to the Iguana. I thought that was like the best part of that match. But yeah, I don't think he's, like you said, an internet thing. He can really hoop, but I think we because again, he was probably doing this thing before you even got over here. And like you said, when you get that American exposure, you want to rush it, but we've seen what happens when we do that. So let's take our time with this because we got something special, man. It's rare when somebody, especially not even from this country, just gets the pops like the way they do off of just a gimmick. And clearly he can move in that ring. So I'm all, like I said, he elevated top 5 for me.
Yeah. Well, Renzo, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, man. Even playing back some of these spots right now, this is why I think, again, kind of going back to the previous conversation, the sale, you're going to need some of these things on WWE programming because we haven't really seen these type things in a while, like these types of characters, right? When I'm looking at somebody like Mr. Iguana, I'm seeing something that granted, a lot of wrestlers these days don't do, or at least do, I think regulation, right? Like watching WWE as we've been in the past 15 years before AEW got established and all of that, like we weren't seeing, even this conversation about Lucha Libre and the WWE was a very problematic conversation, right? But characters like Mr. Iguana, I feel like might be key because we don't get this anymore. We don't get actual like living cartoon characters anymore. And so when I'm looking at him, when I'm looking at his facial expressions, like he's like a living, moving animation. You know what I mean? Like even down to his attire. And I really appreciate his attire because he looks like he's like somewhat of like a magician or something like that. But yeah, man, like but that's what Lucha Libre gonna give you all throughout its history, regardless of television contracts or who's on what networks down there, whatever the case is. Like you're always gonna have like these characters that like really like involve and like pretty much like gather families around, right? Some of these matches. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what I believe somebody like him could be too. And he sells good as shit. Like he's amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But definitely looking forward to seeing more on American television.
I definitely think like going forward, based on out of this match, him like making more appearances is definitely happening. But wait till they get to the point where they introduce La Parka back to American, like to that gimmick back to mainstream, man. Because the dude, whoever's playing La Parka right now, he got it. He got it figured out. Stephanie Bequer. I'm gonna keep saying her name wrong. But Stephanie, like Lola, Chick Tormenta, and Delise, simple, sufficient. You know what I mean? Did what they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie is. Do you think Stephanie the biggest women's going to be the biggest women's star going into like 2026? Like she got it. She like the whole presentation, like the crowd, like she really got it.
It's kind of hard to argue. I mean, as far as like the breakout, the one that's going to be leading the charge, the new face. Since day one, man, it seemed like the streets loved her. I love that they added the horns, the little slow horns to the entrance. And she don't do much if you look at it. I'm not, and no disrespect at all, but her character, the way she moves is very stoic, but you can see the juice. And you can tell that she has ultimate confidence in herself, which she should, because she's a beautiful woman, but she can wrestle. Kind of curious to see promo wise, maybe they go the EO route, what they're doing right now. If that's the case, that's cool too. But I love when they let them cut promos, in their native tongue. So be hard to argue that pick.
It's just supposed to whoop my ass, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, they said them days was packing you up.
I mean, that's how it was.
You did good though. I can't complain.
Thank you.
Very much so. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Legado against Psycho Clown, Pergon, and El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say, I have slandered Legado for quite some time on this podcast. For months, you know what I mean? And this is where, I can criticize Triple K for his booking, because these niggas look like stars last night. They look like
it was home.
Like winners, you know what I mean? Like the Garzas, they already get active. Santos, he already get active. Like that bond that they seem like they have, and like they've been teasing it on and off like a breakup, but I felt like yesterday, like the presentation of them was just like top tier, top notch. Man, can you see bigger things for them? Like, you know what I mean? I think next week they got the AAA World Tag Team Championship matches, Triple Mania, but they've been slacking with them, man. What y'all think?
You want the truth, or you want me to be optimistic?
Do what you do, Nolo.
I believe they're gonna give them a chance, and we're gonna see them be more successful on television, and it's gonna be great, because as you said, they have been dropping the ball with our man Santos for some time. Even back at NXT, my man has looked like a star, and whenever they actually put something around him, like a good program, he always delivers. So I think if he actually gets the chance with him and his Garza brethren, that they can actually show out, as we saw on Worlds Collide.
And who this lady with the bird that's on top of her head?
Oh man, you talking about the lady that owns Triple A.
That lady got that. She got that hat on, don't she?
Church hat.
Damn, my bad.
Grant says she looked like LaToya Jackson.
Damn. That's wild. That's wild. That's uncalled for.
That was on it. They were saying, somebody said that on the TL. Somebody definitely did say it.
Hey,
she put that bitch on like this.
Hey, look, man. Hey, that's that's money. I don't want to mess with either.
Yeah,
that lady
They're part of the tail.
Yeah.
Shit, we about to get killed.
You, nigga.
No, you.
Yeah, you.
we all in this together.
Whoa, wait. You speaking French? We.
Shit, we chill out too, cause shit, it's still. Nah, I ain't gonna go there. I'll tell y'all after this.
Hey.
There's still some shit need to be worked on around this motherfucker. I don't know.
Yo, saying they look like telenovela villains is outrageous.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's damn. We can't. No, cut that out. The show.
Damn, baby, we live.
No, them days over. You wanted to go visual so bad. You wanted to go visual.
Here we go. We here.
Yeah, what y'all think about this this 4-way?
Mm-hmm.
Javon, Lardo Kid, Phoenix, Ethan Page. Hey, real quick about Ethan Page. You notice that Ethan Page does the MJF gimmick better than MJF?
Absolutely.
Damn.
How about it?
I mean, you already know how I feel, Scott. So I'm right there, buddy.
You would you say top 5 heel in the business?
Top 5
Mm-hmm.
right now. Mm-hmm. And listen, for the gimmick of MJF, he's there. He does his thing as a heel. I'm not gonna ever take that away from him. But Ethan, boy, you got some there, Jack. You got some there. He fits into it. He fits into it perfectly. And then with that egotistical smile, that nigga's nuts. I love it.
Hey yo, Scott, I just finally saw the video that you sent me. The fuck was that, bro?
Oh, that was deathmatch wrestling, my brother. You know what I mean? That was.
Oh, so you know I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh yeah. Nah, that was.
I'm trying to broaden my horizons a little bit. So send it.
Look, I'll send it in the group chat. Don't worry.
Oh, you enjoy those. You enjoy those horizons. Not I got all
of them. But uncle on a towel in this motherfucker.
Yo, Javon, right? Javon Evans. I keep getting more and more impressed with this kid, man. Like, I keep forgetting, like, he's so young, but like he's developing that style where like he's starting to figure, he's putting all the pieces together, and he's putting the pieces together at a good rate. What y'all think about Javon getting that call up rather sooner than later?
I think selfishly, I want him to see him get the NXT title. But
fuck that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, him and Ethan looked. If you were a fan and never watched NXT, never watched WWE, but you saw that on SmackDown, you would think they were part of the roster already. So, I mean, I'm with it. Because I don't know what else. I don't know what else he needs at this point. The last thing was the mic work, and like you said, that took time. But once he found his sound and his confidence, it seemed to naturally flow. So, yeah, I don't know what else that needs to be done. Unless you're gonna have him and Oba fight. I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, so Oba can send him to the moon?
Nah, I want him to beat Oba.
No.
It doesn't take away from Oba or Javon.
I never said it did. I just don't. I want Javon in the main roster. That's what I want.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, fair enough.
So that requires Oba to send that man to the upper moon.
Oh, you know what, nigga? I like the way you cook. I like
There's
that.
a method. There's a method.
It is. It is. My bad.
Lorenzo, what were you about to say, bro?
I would like to see a situation where, and this might be a bit long term, but I would love to see a particular situation in which Javon gets called up probably by like soon, right? Like we possibly, hopefully, can see Javon prior to Mania, hopefully, like youngest black performer ever at a Mania. Yeah, I hopefully we could lock that in, but I can honestly see a situation of him circling back. There's going to be a point in time in which, or at least I think that for the majority of the time that we have with Javon and his company, speaking for myself, I don't think I'll be able to separate him that much from an NXT. And I say that because of the way that we've gotten to know him on that particular television program, the way he speaks about NXT, the way he defends it. So I feel like that's going to be a link that's always going to be there. But if he gets called up now, he's not going to get the title. Trick told him, you're never going to win the title. Right? Now, here's where we get kind of sticky on some long-term shit. Trick told him, you're never going to win. Right? Now, to me, at this point, not necessarily in ring, I ain't saying dance partner, nothing like that, but like Trick and Javon are like inextricably linked. Also with Oba now too, because of what the fuck they just did, weeks ago. But where I am with this is like, when does Trick Williams get called up? And can we probably see a situation of Javon or Trick Williams getting an NXT title back at a certain point and Javon going back to challenge Trick for that? Does that make sense? I don't know. You know what I mean? I know a lot of wrestling fans, based on certain things they hear, they react to it in a certain type of way. But I will, if he's going to get called up now, like it has to be something like so. It's like I just think that he needs to like be linked to NXT in a particular way. It's like just all throughout that whole time he's on the main roster, just to keep with that thing about him not ever winning the title. But I don't know. It's I don't know.
Shit, I think Trick call up could have been soon and maybe pushed back now.
That's where I'm at with it, because I thought it was coming soon too, because I was like, there's nothing else for him to do. But then you get the TNA title, I'm like, oh, okay.
And I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about like on the business side, right? Not wrestling fan, just somebody that's come from the outside of wrestling inside, and you looking at stuff, right? Like say you're doing a sports team, you trying to fill up a spot with somebody that's younger, that may be similar to the person that you replacing. Ron Killings. Not saying Trick is a Ron Killings because they totally different until they approach. Trick is a little bit more serious. Ron is a legend. Let's get that straight. Maybe the initial negotiations for Ron contract being downsized eventually for him, leaving the company was supposed to be for somebody younger that maybe looks similar to him, just look wise, coming into the main roster.
So you're saying Trick would, after Ron, that's when you see Trick sliding up.
I think that's what they was kind of trying to do. Like if you look into what the trajectory of what this new regime is doing, they want younger players up there earlier, even to the untraditional call up for and excuse me for not remembering her name. Oh, Perez.
Roxanne.
To the Judgment Day. That's not a traditional way that WWE would have put her on Raw. But I think they just want younger players, and she's cheap as far as how they have to pay her. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to pay her that coin like they will have to pay somebody else. Just like they don't have to pay Trick right now, and he's gonna show up every day. You know what I'm saying? Roxanne Perez, you don't have to pay her as much with, you know what I'm saying? And she's gonna show up every day. And matter of fact, she's not even gonna show up every day. She's gonna show up 8 times a day because she's gonna be on the other programs too, because she's in her mind, she's still proving herself, but they're giving her opportunity to be on the Judgment Day because of the Liz Morgan thing, right? Kind of, and it's sticking it to the other wrestlers that's already established, if you will, to be like, hey, okay, go ahead, do your thing. But look, we already got your replacement, and we got it for cheaper. They thinking it like because I don't want to overstep because I'm so excited about a topic that's coming up later on, and it's going to lead up to it. But if you see what the business mindset of going on with TKO and WWE, going with how they maneuvering the wrestlers around, that's what my mindset is going. Maybe that's not exactly what's going on, with Trick and Ron Kelly. It may not even be the correlation, but just what they've been showing is that, you know, they trying to find a younger regime where they can pay them cheaper and be more visible with, you know, paying $1 instead of $2.
So basically, kind of like in the NBA, where it's like get them on a rookie, or get the young player, the young talent on the cheap contract right now, and then let them build their way up to the bigger money. But we already got you in for the cheap, so now it's not hurting us.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. Because you can see like with Roman's contract, they trying to renegotiate it because they feel like he getting paid too much and not being visible. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they trying to restructure all of that.
So real quick, let's wrap up AAA and then go into Lorenzo's topic, because like I said, this is just a phenomenal dialogue in itself, right? Shout out to Gable, Vikingo, match of the year quality.
Absolutely.
Chad Gable.
Easy five.
Yo, the highlights were so fire. I showed everybody in my barracks.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, look at this shit. I had that shit on the projector. Like, look at this shit, bro.
I was cooking dinner.
This shit was fire. I
I
ain't even get to watch it yet, but I'm about.
No, I don't care what gimmick Chad Gable doing. Chad Gable is phenomenal. Chad Gable is that dog, like absolutely incredible.
What's that mean? Boy, you do just like your daddy, boy.
but even with Chad though, my bad to cut you off, Nick. But
you go, bro.
Even with Chad, like Chad is not. He's nearly not getting paid as much as everybody else, and he should get a raise. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been on this, that, and the third, and you know, Cooking been on every day. Sometimes even before they had like a more structured brand split, he was on both shows going crazy. And he's two characters. He's the Blue Blazer and Owen Hart right now, and it kind of gives one of those nostalgic things where like he's not only tapping into the new crowd, you know, but he's also giving us that nostalgia of when, you know, Owen was doing that with the Blue Blazer, when Edge and Christian was doing that with you know, damn, bro. What was the gimmick they had when they was Lucha Libres? Edge and Christian?
Los Conquistadors.
Los Conquistadors. Shit, they even brought that shit. John Cena did some shit when he was Juan Cena again, bro. Like everybody's feeling that shit. So, bro. I think the money. I think money has to do with it, and they trying to finesse it to where like the talent have to do with like money and stuff.
I kept seeing something, and I would like y'all gentlemen to speak to it. Was this I've only been able to see Vikingo a little bit. Obviously the Kenny Omega Vikingo was this like a vintage performance for him?
I mean, it's one of them. I mean, it's him. Like he in the flesh. There was a point in the match in which I think he tweaked something. And he's definitely had his share, but he picked himself, you know what I mean, continued that shit. It was a great showing.
He's got those pulled pork knees, you know what I mean? Like he like Westbrook. He like Westbrook. He still got, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's been doing this a long time. Like he's been doing that style for a long time. Yeah. Like it is very reminiscent of young Ray. Like that was what played Ray in his career. Like I think Ray had his first knee injury, like significant knee injury in like 98. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is just phenomenal that Ray is still performing at the way he's doing now. But like even Vikingo, like you can only do that style for so long before it catches up to you. Or I just think he was also luckily in a ring with somebody who is just as equal to like high level professional wrestling, because like I said, like that Kenny Omega match, like that was just like that was all gas, like nonstop. Like we hit all the greatest hits and we're gonna make it phenomenal. Wrestling somebody like Gable, like we talking about a technical against the speed, and it just happened to blend very perfectly. And that's why I'm intrigued about my mind was like, man, what would Chad Gable be like in if he wrestled Lucha Libre all the time? I forget the gimmick and everything. If he was in Triple R or if he was in CMLL. And I think that's the lost aspect of this storyline with Chad is every luchador he's been in the ring with, it's been fire. He's been grappling with the best of the best, and I think it's going to continue. I just think that for the chemistry, it was great. I think for Vikingo, it definitely showed. It was a perfect showcase if you've never seen Vikingo, right? So yeah.
Chad Gable deserves a raise strictly off of Shorty G.
We need to have a serious conversation about he's always been one of them. I've been waiting for this for him, bro. He always been one of them.
Yeah.
And so certain, going back to that and yeah, man, I don't know. I was thinking about doing Chad for a topic today, but I might got to develop it a little bit more. But yeah, he's always been one of them, I think, bro.
Didn't he used to have long hair?
He did.
American Alpha.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
What our boy backstage, Jason Jordan.
Yep. Another
Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah. Boy, you look just like your daddy.
We should be watching American Alpha versus FTR joint on a random collision. I have to find it, but there is I think it's 40-minute match between FTR and American Alpha, and it's a house show, so it's somebody's just filming it on their phone. And when I tell you maybe top 5 greatest tag team match I've ever seen in my life, that match was them boys hooped. Them boys were cooking.
Yo, I forget FTR was on WWE. I be forgetting all about that shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Them niggas, man. They was on another
rival, dog.
Oh yeah. Oh, not oh yeah. Say yeah. Cool. I'm about to do the Kool-Aid shit, but yeah, the Dash and Dawson era was crazy. Dash and Dawson, PO, that shit.
But Money in the Bank, and the classic 5 setup. Naomi, black women, Money in the Bank, winning, black women doing what they do. Greatness.
Shout out to Nolo shirt.
Yes, sir.
Hey, first, man, how happy are y'all for Naomi?
Ecstatic.
Over the moon. Over the moon.
Dog, I got that text in the group chat. I saw she won. I was excited, man. I was happy.
I was at the cookout at the time, and like I told you, I was I'm just here for this one match. She won, nigga. I jolted out my seat and started screaming like a nigga on cocaine. My uncle was like, "Damn, wrong with your ass." Sorry, man. Graps. And he from the 80s, 90s, so he gets it. He ain't but he's like, okay.
He said he get it.
Yeah, he understood. But I don't have many more words, man. I don't need to. Just like you said, Scott, black woman. We've all seen the path. We've all seen what she's been through. Shout out to Big E for the beautiful, beautiful roses that he gave her. That felt good. That felt good for us. That felt good. And shout out to Cheevers because he gets it.
That man Cheevers is going for Julia.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. Sorry, buddy.
If I'm being 100% honest, you know what this feels like? I feel like we are in her retirement era right now. I do not foresee Naomi staying in pro wrestling much longer. I really genuinely feel like the reason why this time is so pivotal, and she's mentioned this in interviews, she wants to start a family, you know what I mean? She wants to live that life, you know what I mean?
Shit, the way she keep talking about something with Big Jimmy. I won't contradict that. Like nigga, yeah, she I think she really is.
But like the flowers, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like we've always given Naomi that love. We've always given Naomi that praise, and it's been well deserved. It just feels like now it is so like you see it more now, right? Like you see the emotion she has, like the love, like that Big E thing, like she had to switch back. She had to remember, like, oh shit, I'm a heel. I got to switch. Like I got to fans. You know what I mean? But like, oh shoot! Imagine when she cashes it in.
Oh man!
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, question.
We need that shit gonna be like another heist of the century moment, and it need to happen at the one. It can't happen nowhere else. It needs to happen at the Grand Pop.
Oh, so you want Mania? I'm with you. I was thinking sooner, like SummerSlam.
And Biden, if it happens, like
I was about to be like, dog.
We know
they don't hold.
We know what's
don't
about to
hold
happen.
their drink that long.
We know what's about to happen. We know.
Yeah.
Let's get that. Let's get to that because we love somebody like Jade, and I don't know how it gets booked. I don't know if we do a Damien right from 40. I don't know how we do this, but I that's where we need it at. Ultimately, we talk about a person that is not a stranger to the WWE Women's title, right? Even got our own version of it. However, having that Money in the Bank briefcase puts you in a prominent spot in this company on their television shows. We need the biggest payoff from this, bro.
Does she get the chip and retire? Okay.
She gonna leave like CM Punk.
Okay.
Oh, you think she don't even
Or
defend the
Cena talking that same shit too, but I don't know. I'm being messy. I don't know, but I mean, granted, you know that's. Hey man, you know she playing this role right now like a motherfucker, man.
Going out on top will be pretty fire.
But I don't see her winning it and then leaving. I see her winning it and then defending it and then leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But she definitely gotta get a few off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is cool. I'm about to say, I would love her to cash in at Mania, but you know, when the women get their Money in the Bank briefcase, that Drake, when they got like a month, the longest is like a month they held on Drake.
It is very short.
I think it'll be a reverse. I think the men's will cash in a lot sooner, and I think there's a bigger story with Naomi holding it for a long period of time.
Because honestly, Tiffy, I thought things was about to turn there, but they you know what I mean, they eventually got the briefcase off of Tiffy, got the title on her. Yeah, but I would like to see a stretch, man. Or definitely Jay. Yeah. Atlanta.
Evolution 2 sound good. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Black ass city. Let's go.
Y'all make me drag.
I think Norfolk is in the black ass cities right now, bro.
He said Norfolk.
but I'm trying to fuck with it though. If y'all trying to fuck with it for real, like dead ass.
Yeah.
So we got Night of Champions, Evolution, SummerSlam that we think is she gonna cash in.
Yes.
Okay.
Realistically.
Okay. Cool. I'm with it.
Dominic, Octagon, Iron match.
Quick and easy.
We need to put Dominic's frog splash in a high, like he frog splashing like his daddy, like just immaculate. You know what I mean?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Like his dad, that's crazy.
Has he started doing like the drop in like flip yet? Like the moonsault, like Ray tag Eddie in and Eddie used to, you know what I mean? Eddie, do that. Has Dom started to utilize that? I don't know if I've
not yet, but wait till the baby face turn. Wait till the baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not for nothing. Like Eddie was doing that like at all turn. You know what I mean? Like even like I would, look, they showed the shot of Eddie from the World's Collide show back in the day. Kind of I guess he at that point was working at American Heel. Because Eddie is from the States, but it is up there.
I want to bring something up real quick. You know what I mean? Like Art Barr has one of he's the inventor of the frog splash, one of the greatest frog splashes of all time. Art Bar was very pivotal in the original Triple Worlds when Worlds Collide. Him and Eddie, Los Gringo Locos against Santos Octagon. Actually, I felt like that was a missed opportunity of them talking about it when Dominic and Octagon were wrestling, just like the history between Eddie Guerrero and Octagon and that whole feud. But man, seeing Art Bar on WWE program was kind of wild. And I'm 100% positive somebody did not do their research.
Oh, I'm assuming Art Bar has done some wild shit.
Nigga, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Who owns that footage? Who owns that original Worlds Collides footage?
It would be WWE since it was technically a WCW production. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, just what the company picks and chooses, and you know what I mean? Like it could just be 100% an oversight. It was just this one was not a good oversight.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I gotta say for that.
Yeah, man.
I shall do my homework.
Nigga, I will tell you in the group chat. Save you
even better. Even better.
Save you a whole research.
Get that live reaction.
Yeah.
Cool.
The men's. Oh no, Becky and Lyra fire match.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was dope.
Absolutely.
Becky coming there looking like an auntie with a desk job.
Hey man,
Becky came in there looking like that rich auntie with that good job with that pantsuit. Go ahead, Becky.
Hey yo, man, how come there's always that narrative that Becky be out here not helping people out, not helping the next people get on, because her feud with Lyra has solidified Lyra so much.
She's arrived.
Yeah.
She's arrived. That exit was amazing. Even her wrestling connected. You could see her moveset connecting with the fans more.
Exactly.
Since we're getting
they finally doing the woo when her interest came out. It took them a while, but they finally doing it.
You know where that really stems from? It stems from the Bianca loss. That's really when that shit started to ramp up, the Becky Hogan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh yeah, never forget. Absolutely.
But didn't she, if I'm not mistaken, never mind. Yeah, I know the whole story. Disregard.
I mean, technically, it won't her idea to lose the
right.
win.
Yeah, right. I know
it won't hurt. Yeah.
Okay, thought so. All right.
Now, when me, D-Mac, and Scott was at my crib watching it, pissed.
Of course.
Pissed,
of course.
I tell you.
Of course.
That was one of the last times I really reacted physically to a wrestling match.
Dog, I was
I got up from my chair and threw my arms it was like a whole, you know what I mean? It was like a whole thing. Because when Kofi and Brock happened, I don't even remember.
I didn't see it live. I was watching the movie.
I think me and my cousin was just but yeah. My bad, man.
Now, Nick had called that shit. He was he called that shit a week before the shit happened. He was like, well, we about to see this squash match.
Do you know how
Friday?
Do you know how I'm able to watch pro wrestling with such lack of emotion and I just have a good time? It all stems from the Brock Kofi match, because that was the last time I ever really showed true anger. Ever since that day, I was just I'm just gonna watch this just for as is. I'm not involved in any conflicts. You know what I mean? Fuck that. I don't think there's anything today. Logan Paul could beat Jey Uso for the world title. I'm not gonna trip. No worries. Yeah, it's all right, cool, whatever. John Moxley can retain at All In. All right, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm tune in Wednesday, see what the fuck they were doing. You know what I mean? What happened? Right? Nothing will get me as mad as Brock and Kofi. Even Becky and Bianca, I just gave up. I was just yeah, this is why I don't invest my heart and all into this. Yeah,
he jumped right on his shoulders.
It was man did a hop and skip.
Dog.
F5.
Yo, bro.
And then Brock stands up and smiles at the camera. It was the worst shit in the world. That was the worst match I've ever seen.
Dog. I was at the movies because I can't remember what I went to go see, but I was at the movies, and then I just remember looking at the group chat and then just seeing utter disgust from everyone, just upset. And I was like, damn, I already know this ain't go well. I knew Kofi was gonna lose, but I thought it might go a little better than 7 seconds, and it did not go better than 7 seconds. Man, it was bad out here for us.
Trying to sell us a bullshit match.
Yeah, all for fucking all for Cain Velasquez.
Didn't he catch a homie after like 3 weeks after that? Not that soon, but I don't think he did.
Oh, rightful homie though.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Shit.
Nah. He was correct in what he had to do.
Yeah, he had to handle his business.
But I would call that shit a homicide. He got a little bit of straightness.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, it was
justifiable.
Justifiable.
It's all good. My man Kane will be out in March. You know, that's when this role comes up.
Free Kane till Kane free, bro.
Yeah. Get my man out of there. He don't deserve to be there.
It was just the timing of everything. I'm just saying you don't have to do a. You thought you did, but you didn't have to do a squash match. You know,
You did it. There was no reason for that. He could have lost. You could even have it be like a dominant win, but he didn't have to lose like that.
We knew Kof was going to lose because it was the Fox premiere and Brock here and the people that's watching. We know, but I wanted something emotional because of everything we was at with Kofi Mania, Elimination Chamber. By the time we get the Mania against Dan, you know what I mean? Like we was work. You know what I mean? It was a lot going on.
Well, what's that? October 4th, 2019. Is that it? Is that I got the year correct?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, yes. Several times.
I saw them niggas do their entrance at 9:55. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not good.
That was it. It's like we supposed to be going home, and they did.
Oh, them niggas went home.
Yeah, they went home.
They went home.
Yeah.
Ned's Money in the Bank match. Seth freaking Rollins, now Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Yo, okay, right. I now watch Money in the Bank is funny because there's 3 things that happen in Money in the Bank. There's the person that wins, it's the person who people anticipated who is going to win, and then there's the person that everybody wants to win, right? The person everybody wanted to win based on the reactions was Penta. That crowd was going crazy anytime he went there near that briefcase.
Yeah.
The person people thought was going to win was L.A. Choke. Yeah.
Bro.
Brother.
How many times this man going to be going up that ladder and then he going to get stopped?
That's 3. It's 3.
It's 3 times.
Damn, yeah, he is that.
Yeah,
that's the kid.
Yeah,
that is.
Damn, that's a hell of a connection, boy.
Ooh-wee. It don't hurt. I take that back. That don't hurt me because I've been off LA night.
Yeah.
That nigga.
Yo, he don't need to. I don't want him to like win a Money in the Bank, but I do kind of want that man to win like a ladder match one time. At least get some type of redemption. God damn.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Especially with the sacrifices he took. He got paid 60 racks. His first when he went his first year at WWE, bro. $60,000.
Yeah,
bro. Like that's a good living if you stand in one spot. This man got to pay for traveling, all that shit. 60 racks. That's really like 30 racks.
I'm gonna say this about this comment. It took Naomi 5. It shouldn't have even gotten that far. It shouldn't. Nope. Naomi, if she lost 1, big no worries. 5, that's absolutely ridiculous. But we love Naomi. I don't give a damn about LA Knight. Like this is not making me upset in the slightest. I saw some people that were like, what does LA Nate have to do? Nigga, nothing, because that's what he is. Nothing.
It got so bad. I seen somebody say, "Send that nigga AEW." I'm like, damn.
So now it's getting nasty, right? All right.
Am I missing something about
no,
this?
no, no. Like, I lie my truth in pro wrestling a lot, right? Just in general. I said that, bro. Eli Drake never moved me. Never. I see him. He's there. Never moved me. Popping up in this, like, all right, bro. Like, but LA Knight, you know what I mean? Definitely, I got used to the character. I got used to the. I love the crowd involvement. I love the. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. But it's like, so everybody's gonna turn on him now.
Sending that nigga to AEW is hilarious.
Hey, I'm like, damn, how do we get here?
That's hilarious.
Y'all need to relax, man.
God,
and I'm not. And basically, what you're saying is that's a demotion. For certain conversations, we'd be like, "Yo, such and such should go to AEW," right? In certain contexts, it's like, yeah, like we would like in the case of like the Hurt Syndicate, right? Like we love what we seeing. We not looking at that like no demotion or whatever because of what's going on here, but it's like somebody got over there to do what? Like this is his arena right here. This place.
Here's the thing with LA Knight. Here's the thing with LA Knight, right? Why does everybody have to be a world champion? Like sometimes that's not your role. You know what I mean? Like you could be extremely over. Scott Hall was extremely over, but Scott Hall never won a world title. Now, do I think Scott Hall should have won a world title? Absolutely.
Yep.
But guess what? He didn't. LA Knight is the same way. Yes, somebody thinks LA Knight should be world champion. I don't. But U.S. champion, yeah, that's what's up, man. Like you good. Like
he gonna grab the one timer. He gonna get the one timer.
Is he though?
And he gonna grab the one timer.
That NWA title.
What's his
time?
What y'all think?
Yeah.
What's his time?
Hey, yo, they gonna send that man to TNA.
No, that's too prestigious. That's too prestigious for him.
It, man.
Too prestigious.
God damn.
I mean, do it.
Wasn't he in TNA? Oh, it was Impact. It was
Yes.
Impact.
He was in TNA, yeah.
He was Impact.
Guess what?
Yeah.
That nigga ain't do nothing down there either. Yeah.
Yo, how did we get here?
Rocky Romero.
Rocky
Romero and him.
Listen. He said, I was tired of going to the check cashing place. Yo, he was talking that shit last year. I'm like, no, you're right. Yeah, I'll be tired of going to the check. And then when I seen him at Cheap Heat, I'm like, no, he got it. I'm like, he was talking shit to Dipperstein, you know, at Cheap Heat Live for Mania. I'm like, no, he definitely got it, bro.
Nigga, you good. You literally the mascot for Slim Jim. You look like one. You look like a Slim Jim. You good.
That's Macho Man old gig.
Nigga, that is your world title. You are the Slim Jim, nigga.
Hopefully that's good bread.
We'll talk about that in a minute too, some Slim Jim shit. But
yeah.
I don't see how it's not good bread. All you're doing is snapping it to Slim Jims.
Now, granted, that's a big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jay about to get in. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk.
Y'all liking Seth as the Money in the Bank holder? Does Seth cash in money? Does he cash in tomorrow night?
Damn.
Does he cash in tomorrow?
Yes.
Yo, what kind of shenanigans we getting into tomorrow?
God damn.
Can I handle that?
Dog. He about to cash in. The man about to take that belt. About to take that shit from Jay so fast.
Oh my god.
Jay about to
this time because
he gonna beat Gunther. He gonna think shit sweet, and then he gonna hear burn it down.
I'm watching the pay-per-view. They like, yeah, by the way, we got one of the twins coming back. We got a title match for y'all. I'm like, come on. Y'all trying to tell us this is the all right, cool. Yeah, both, yeah. The more we talking about it and sitting and joking, I might as well accept it.
So y'all don't see him at all, and I'm just asking. Y'all don't see him at all, just switching gears and going for Cena.
No.
Okay.
Why would he do that?
I had seen a couple times. That wasn't on my radar. I always thought Jay was prime suspect number one, but I had seen it a couple times, so I was just curious.
That man gonna go all the way to SmackDown just to go fuck with Cena.
It wouldn't be the most shocking shit I've seen since joining this fold again.
That nigga Jay got bruised ribs. Gunther gonna make that shit worse.
It's over.
It's
over.
done.
It's
done.
Damn.
It's over.
Damn.
Walter about to get active. Walter is about to get active.
Hey yo, you want to know something funny? My homegirl, she watched Money in the Bank for she watched it last night, and then so she ain't watched wrestling since like Total Divas and shit. And she was like, "Yo, it's amazing. It is so nice that Jimmy's brother John is like a big star now." And I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Oh, look at you using their real name. That's cute." Look at you. I was like, "Yeah, man. Like he the world champion. He came a long way."
That's hard.
Definitely did.
And that way about to end on Monday.
Yeah.
Probably so.
You lose. Rap from my boy.
Yeah, bro. I hate to see it.
Right.
Hey, bro. Hate to have. Hey, bro. Hey, it all happens. Y'all got to come down sometime.
Agenda.
And then, you know, what I mean, like nobody really cares about the main event like that for real.
Nope.
The most important thing out of the main event is
the last 2 minutes.
Back. Yes,
the last 2 minutes.
I was asleep, so I had no idea this happened until this morning.
Oh, nice.
So you didn't see the drone shot?
I did not see the drone shot.
That shit was like an Ace of Cinema scene. You got John Cena laying on the floor and shit. And then I'm like, yo, why they running this? All right, cool. And he just holding it and shit while Cody's superplexing him. I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah, this is different. I fuck with it.
Yeah, no, man. Ron Killings.
That's like the second time he does some shit like that, right? Where he either like holding some camera or some shit and he getting fucked up.
Yeah.
First time it was like a phone.
Yeah.
But
he was like going live.
But yeah.
It was cool to see doing a wrestling match for sure.
Ron the Truth Killings, fellas.
Yeah.
Ron, you know what I mean? Not our truth. Ron Killings.
You know what niggas is doing? Arguing about if it's a work or not. Just enjoy it. I'm sorry.
Niggas is embarrassing.
Or the contract thing was a work or not.
Triple H know better, man, because I saw the press conference where he was like, y'all enjoying the show? This is part of the show. Nigga, shut up. Like, just admit. There's no fucking problem for you to admit. Yo, we fucked up. Here, we're trying to make this right. That's all you have to say.
Politics.
That's what Cody said.
Cody said that?
He was in more so just like, this is what y'all wanted. You know what I mean? And don't you stop using your voice to speak up. Because we
shouldn't even gotten to this point.
We shouldn't have got to this
last week. We shouldn't even get to this point.
No, absolutely not. That made no sense in the shape or form. Not for business, not for the locker room, nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm not about to give these niggas no credit, no TKO. Nah, fuck out of here, man. Let me just embrace this shit because this shit should have never been the case. And at some point in time, I need him to do that cigarette spot on some other wrestler.
But you know the whole story about that shit?
You talking about when he got released?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that they was trying to release him. They were just trying to give him a pay cut.
Okay, right. Okay, right.
But I think that's
fucked up, though. That's fucked up.
If you were making record profits, like, and I do agree. Yo, can you mute your mic real quick, brother? Second one. It's not a case of like I'd much rather the contract run out than like them just outright releasing people. Like that's I think that's a lot better. But like a conversation should be had about like how are we making record profits as a company, yet you can't justify somebody's contract. Like, why are you asking him to take a pay cut? Like the Roman thing, like if that's a true thing and they're asking him to take a pay cut, like that to me, that's like, what are you like? And you know what I mean? It could be something that we're just not seeing. I've seen what TKO has done when it comes to like UFC and like how they've already paid their athletes, and then from how they were paying the athletes to what they get paid today. You know what I mean? Like it's just a wash, rinse, and repeat to WWE. But this is different. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about earlier, Ron Killings is a legend, right? You can shift the contract to a Legends deal, right? But why did they feel the need to make him ask him to take a pay cut?
Yeah.
And that's questions that need to be answered. And it's kind of scaring me because we seen this shit with AOL and WCW. When WCW was doing good too. Back in everybody was doing good in the 90s, like relatively speaking. They had a winner and a loser, obviously with WWE eventually prevailing on. But WCW could have still stood strong, with them, but I don't think AOL seen them as a pivotal company within the mix of everything. They had a lot of things going on. And I think now, like with TKO, it's almost the same thing. You know what I mean? Even to like their business model is kind of crazy right now. And one thing that's kind of contradicting with their business, it's been released today that they obtained the promotional rights for the Terrence Crawford Canelo fight, which will also be the same night of the UFC biggest fight of the year. So it's like, how you gonna promote all of those things and asking the same promoter for both of those things? And then where does WWE fit in that mold? So I don't know, man. It's a weird era right now.
Y'all know what Ron said? Tell him, bring me my money.
Hey, real quick, got to give a shout out to our man, 6-month sobriety.
Oh man, shout out
with the scary snow bunny girlfriend. Congratulations, bro. Yeah,
hey, man.
Major. Yeah, that's big. That's genuine big time, man. Congratulations
indeed.
Lorenzo, your topic this evening, please. As we have this discussion about WWE and their payments and how things are trickling down. You brought up a good topic, so the floor is yours, my friend.
Absolutely. As we all know, and we just we trickle right into this conversation. WWE is owned by an entity known as TKO, who also owns the UFC. Purchase took place around the time of right before 40. Right, like we were saying, right before 40. And so yeah, man. So this is kind of like another chapter, I think, in another conversation we were having. But there's a lot of last night, right? So I'm gonna start from this point. Last night, Ron Killings returned, right? And since we would just get on that, I think it's kind of important to start the conversation from here. And I was seeing several opinions about like the booking. Right, and things like that. Other side conversations started happening about the booking, and so I think WWE needs to be really careful at this point. We've had a lot of people come into this company, celebrities, right? Celebrities are no strangers to pro wrestling. But now we're getting celebrities involved in matches, storylines. We got one of the world's high-selling recording artists, right, currently that was in a pretty damn good WWE match. We got one of the highest, grossing ticket sales show motherfuckers, right, artists, Travis Scott, right, involved in the story. We have decals in the ring. On Friday nights or Monday nights. Well, granted, on Monday nights we're getting that Netflix logo in there, right? But we seeing Cash App. This one, that one, Prime. I remember back in the day, right? And I think my most favorite thing to point to sponsor-wise in this company's history is your 1997 SummerSlam. I'm sorry, excuse me, 1997 Survivor Series, the other Double S pay-per-view, presented by Karate Fighters, Milton Bradley Karate Fighters, right? Now, watching these shows as a kid, it's like, I know what the fuck Karate Fighters is, or you know, watching I don't know, No Mercy, whatever the fuck, right? Snickers, right? Or watching fucking In Your House, Twix, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if Twix was out when In Your House was a thing, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. The point is that this has always been a thing. Right now, I think that WWE and like with TKO as their parent, what's going on is you're intertwining your commercialism in a lot with your booking. And I think that's why we're getting so many like more polarizing conversations when it's come to the WWE, because it's almost like watching the WWE is like watching a 3-hour commercial, right? It's like it's some entertainment, it's some wrestling, but it's like a 3-hour commercial, right? And when you look at like, you know, fans of other products that, you know, tend to speak about how they favor that particular product because it might favor the actual sport, or the actual like way that pro wrestling should be booked properly. And I think that an issue that's going on right now is that people are turning on the product because there's too much commercialism. Now, the problem is that like you got a lot of this like intertwined with story, right? So Logan Paul being in last night's main event, Prime is going to sell tomorrow, right? And the next day and the next day. Yeah, like the match had a certain bookend and yeah, but like I'm watching a wrestling match in which Prime, the logo, like this man's company is like on the turnbuckle, right? And he's wrestling in the match. I never seen that a day in my life. It was just like a moment I was like, I've never watched a wrestling match where a participating worker is the owner and CEO of a company that is being advertised during the wrestling match on the program he's on that shows wrestling. I'm like, I never seen it. Was just like a moment for me. And just like, and I don't know if that hit anybody else, but that hit me. And I'm just like, all right, bet. Like, you know, which is why I'm like, I think this should be the topic for tomorrow. We mentioned LA Knight, right? In the Slim Jim stuff, right? It seemed like Jey Uso was about to step into that role too. And I don't know how big of a fan I am of the red and yellow suit. If y'all had a chance to see that image of Jey Uso, doing his Slim Jim takes. Yeah, man, 7-Eleven turnbuckle, like all types of goofy shit, right? Like you got your like it's too much. It's too much commercial. It's too much commercial. You got your Prime, you got your Battleground, you got your Netflix, you got the do that. It's too much commercial being intertwined with wrestling, and that's why people are getting peed off. And especially when those products, those things are like literally intertwined into the story. Like, not for nothing, but like Logan Paul's product is marketed during every WWE match, right? I saw Randy Orton take a sip of some Prime, right? And it's been done before. You know what I mean? I think somebody took a sip one time and spit it out, that's funny, right? And that's, yeah. But again, like this product being marketed, and I mean, granted, again, like somebody said at one time, there's no ethical consumption under pro wrestling, and that's taken from another quote that was, I don't know who said it, with person that studies or reads or writes said it, but there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, right? There's no way to ethically consume anything under a system that takes so much away from people, right? And only looks to give them back scraps, even if their labor produced much of that capital, right? But the other folks are taking that capital home, which goes into the conversation we were just having about why do we think it's noble to be cutting somebody's contract right now, where the stock price is where it's at. Y'all got all these sponsors out the fucking ass. Like, who are y'all trying to, whose pay are y'all trying to cut to add to somebody's pay up top in the C-suite, right? Xfinity being advertised during WrestleMania is not for no reason. Like on the actual stage where wrestlers are walking in at. And, you're creating a world in which it's like wrestling is too intertwined with like y'all, like WWE is like too like reality. And it's kind of like you really just can't like watch a wrestling match anymore and like escape for whatever escapism is worth in pro wrestling. But you got to be reminded about Prime. And if you know more about Logan Paul, what he get into, like some of those thoughts might not be so great. And it might not make you want to watch a Logan Paul wrestling match, right? Now I'm a little different, right? I try to be aware of a lot of different things, but I don't necessarily do like boycotts and things like that. I choose to spend money, and I mean, granted, I don't shop at certain places, people that they say they boycott. And anyway, I don't shop at Target, right? Not at least right now. Like I don't have any children. Maybe one day that might change. But what I'm saying is that we all spend the money based on the need, of the individual, right? Whether if that's a sandwich or wanting to see Money in the Bank on Peacock or Netflix tomorrow night. But like people up top is getting paid. All of these commercials going on, like something has to give, right? And I think that as we move forward, I don't know if this changes, right? Because of, you know, and it's funny when Mac brings up WCW, because while y'all was talking, I was thinking about WCW because they was involved with a lot too. They had a fucking movie in theaters. How the fuck they belly up? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you got to be careful in these days and times in which you're a corporation getting all this money, because you never know what's around the corner. So it's like with business, we know this with business, like things can be good one day, and you know what I mean. And we was having this conversation about like, yo, like the stock price needs, you know what I mean? It needs to match that of a Netflix. Now you're in partnership with a Netflix. Now what you gonna do? You going? Are you going to shit on people? You know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to know how might y'all feel about these things, these commercials, the decals in the ring. I felt like Worlds Collide was void of as much commercialism as, you know, that Money in the Bank had. And I mean, granted, we sat at a WrestleMania not too long ago, and we just saw one in which they was doing this same exact thing at a Mania. So like, yeah, man, but it kind of has me concerned about their product and the people that's going like turn away from it. They're still going to have success, but kids get older. And can you still sustain your company with children throughout the generations? You know what I mean? And like, you know, casual fans. So I don't know.
I'm gonna say
from
like,
the kid. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say off a personal experience, like with like the business I was talking about before, Off the Wave. Me and my brother was talking about, like, you know, we was in a secluded spot in Savannah where, you know, a lot of the hipsters would come, and we was right next to SCAD, and you know, that was our prominent market, like right there. And then, you know, he wanted to go to the mall, and I kind of had my gripes about it, but at that particular time, I didn't have any say so, because I got out of the business of buy, sell, trade. But in there, it was too visible for the product that we were selling, and then it kind of took away. So like, think about it. If you're in the fashion or anything like that, think about you trying to resell product in a big market environment where it could kind of that secluded or that exclusive is kind of diminished because of you in a broad space. It took away from, you know, the hipster vibes where like, okay, I can go to this ducked off space, and we were getting a lot of people coming over there. Then we were in a space like the mall where a lot of people were still going at that particular time. This was before, you know, online shopping was more profitable and all this other stuff. You know, you put like Supreme in the mall, people automatically thinking this is not the same, or it can be like, this is, I don't know about this. You start to question it in a sense. Same thing, and I correlated with WWE in a sense, because they going out and getting independent markets, right? And their wrestlers are even doing more independent product. Like they're taking away the bans of certain moves, where when WWE was more public in a sense, with, you know, under the McMahon regime, they couldn't do, you know, the same moves the independent wrestlers would do, right? But now you put them in a bigger field where they're more visible and stuff like that. It kind of took away from that, and then you put the commercials behind it. It takes away from the core fans that you're getting. So it's like, oh, this is a circus. You just tapping into the fair weather fans, and that's not a solid fan base. That's not a solid fan base. And eventually the core fans, us five, you know, whether, you know, you're a hardcore fan like you guys four, or more of a casual fan like myself, you know, that just watch the bigger shows and stuff like that, you still have a core S within that demographic, and it's taken away from it. So I do feel what you're saying, where like, dang, they're making a lot of money and it's more visible, and you have to have those ties with those bigger companies. But what are you losing? And they're losing a lot. And it showed, and it kind of correlated with that Ron Killings deal, where like, they had to listen to that, because, and I hope that recalibrate the business model that we're going, because I think that's been my whole thing this whole episode. But it is taken away from me watching. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you, I haven't been watching wrestling like that lately. I haven't, because it's been super commercial. It's not the same. Not wrestling.
Hey Matt, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's sad to hear, because I know how much you love the shit. So to hear that coming from you, because you don't even be online like that, but I know you always follow, especially WWE. I know you don't fuck with AEW like that, but WWE, you always, since I met you, knew what was going on. To hear you say that,
it's crazy. Yeah, it's
tough.
Yeah, bro. It's not that I don't want to. It's just it's Coca-Cola right now. It's the Yankees. It's the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan. By the way, shout out to the Lakers. Hopefully we do something good next year. But it's not that they lost that edge in a way. So I do feel what you're saying. It's very commercial now, man.
I remember watching a video, and I first saw this video when I was a kid, and the video starts out with people entering into an arena, and you're hearing like the slow guitar, right? And I don't know if a lot of people like this band. I like a few of their songs. I think they got like 2 of these. But when I was a kid, for the first time seeing that My Sacrifice, Creed, WWE, I was like, it's something called character, I think, in business. We don't talk about this, but products have character. And I mean, granted, this was at a time in which people might have been not having a great time in that company. Vince McMahon was still there, right? Definitely we still got to chop that up. But that was a point in time in which the company seemed to have like just, at least with what was being displayed, right? The product, the booking, the the way your favorite wrestler's music sounded, right? Like when I'm watching that Creed, My Sacrifice, I know Creed not the biggest band in the world, but it had a certain feel to it, and it's just like, and a certain scenes during that particular like video, right? Like we seeing injuries, like, you know what I mean? And granted, the last shot of that is Steph and Earl, walking Paul out when he tore that ACL before he came back. But at that time, the company seemed to have a lot more character, man. And when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, this is cool. And that's when I really started to like listen to other types of music. Once I saw that, and then granted, we always had, but like listening to it in my personal life, like that's how much something like that had an effect on me back then. You know what I mean? But granted, I was a minor. I'm very impressionable. But yeah, man, I don't know if the company has as much character as it did at that time. Great talents, right? And also like, does the involvement of all this commercialism means that the wrestling is like bad? Because I'm seeing people saying that like a certain match was this, a certain match was that, and I'm like, I don't think the match was bad. I know what you got an attitude about, where we want to discredit when we feel discredited as wrestling fans, but I'm like, this is y'all fault. This is, people are inadvertently grading y'all product because y'all entwining it too much with that outside shit.
So like I feel especially like for wrestling and the commercialization of it, I very much like I treat it as like I do with like MMA, boxing, stuff like that. Like you know what I mean? Like let's take UFC for example. UFC had a pay-per-view last night, and I turned it off within maybe First fight happened. I saw Kevin Holland choke out Vicente Luque. Saw him go right up to Trump, and I left. I was like, this gonna go to sleep. No point, right? And there used to be a time in MMA where like we had the option, like, all right, you don't want to see something on UFC, I'm just gonna switch to Bellator, or I'm gonna switch to like a local promotion. Same thing with boxing. You know what I mean? Like one of the biggest complaints there used to be when it came to boxing was, oh, this main event has ripped me off. You know what I mean? Like a Pacquiao, Mayweather. And I very much used to be like, oh, that's all good. Like I watched a great undercard. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got my money fulfilled. Like, but not everybody watches boxing that way. Not everyone watches MMA that way. Not everybody watches pro wrestling that way, right? I've gotten to a point now, like, do the commercial things bother me in wrestling? Slightly, right? I think it was absolutely ridiculous having a fireball ladder. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that shit was so like was stupid. You know what I mean? But like you said, like I'm used to seeing sponsors on the mat. I'm used to seeing sponsors on the turnbuckle, right? I've seen this report that there will be sponsors on the talent's gear.
Oh no.
And
I
think
we can't do that.
It's basketball, dog.
We can't do that.
I think that's wild.
Yo, what is this? The NBA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, yo, is this the Premier League?
The way you listen,
I haven't heard that yet. By the way, can you tell? I haven't heard that.
That's
That's been a report that came out today.
I'm not going to consider that. I'm going to consider that because Brock already did that. Brock did it.
That made sense, though. Yes,
that was
sense for Brock.
Yes, but Brock is like an MMA fighter.
But CM Punk brought that up first before even Brock. Now that was CM Punk's idea. CM Punk wanted that first.
But okay, so here's the thing, right? If they do put the logo on the talent's gear, right? Does the talent get compensated for that?
They would have
of course, they have to.
They would have to.
I feel like I don't mean to cut you off on. I feel that, right? But we talking about the same company that was banning Twitch, like the people, like wrestlers own Twitch channels under their own names that they were making money from. They were blocking. You know what I mean?
Look at the regime that was under at that particular time. I think they can do that more now. That's why I say it's a catch-22 with that. Like we was all for that. Now we seeing it with, and we using Jake Paul as an excuse because he's doing it to the maximum, having it on the ring, outside the ring for every fucking thing up to Raw, SmackDown, and everything else. Is that yes, it will help them, and also as a business model, I don't have to pay you as much no more because guess what? Go get your own bread, brother. If you want a shoe deal with Jordan, get your shoe deal, Roman. That's your bread.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? But don't ask me for $15 million when you getting that right there. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we're going to.
So would it be safe to say that today, like right at this moment, the brand is bigger than any talent that you possibly can have? Like WWE as and like the brand, like, yeah, we have a Cody, we have a Roman, we have XYZ, but as long as they're not bigger than the brand, we're okay.
I think at one particular time it was like that. I think at one particular time it was, but I think now you can branch off and do a little bit more with your individual brand and do it and get that brand. Like even like Xavier Woods with the video games and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he getting paid off of that too. And it's only helping the company. And they're going out to find people that have their own brand and bringing them into theirs. It's just that, and I kind of see what you're saying with, being bigger than the product, because you gotta have some sort of say so of, I'm bigger than you, I can kind of tell you what to do type thing. But Pat McAfee, he's his own entity. Roman damn near is there. Fucking Logan Paul. Shit, if John Cena wanted to, John Cena was that shit. He was selling shoes in Kmart. His own shoe.
So my counter to that, right? Those those are already known entities in themselves. Like Pat McAfee came to WWE as his already had his credentials locked in. Cena's on a different sphere. What about the talent that is somebody currently involved in the WWE ID program, or somebody that's currently at the bottom ring of NXT right now? Say they just got they started their careers, right? Will they? And keep in mind, this is just a hypothetical, but in 5 years, can somebody that's currently in NXT, could they afford those same opportunities?
I think they can.
Okay.
I think they can with an extent though. Like it's almost like a 360 deal with rap. Like I gotta get a piece of that pie too though. Like you bringing this with me, you bringing this here, okay, that's cool. I need a piece of that type deal. And that's only fair in the extent of if I'm putting you on this big ass platform and you come in here with this, you don't think AEW doing that shit with Reebok? With Swerve? They ain't just giving Swerve no fucking Reebok deal, and AEW ain't seeing that shit. I believe they more stricter than WWE with that. I just think that the negative connotation that WWE have with it is because they're doing it on a bigger scale, and it's coming across as commercial than AEW, because they're not.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why do you think that they're stricter with AEW over at AEW?
Because they po.
That's fucked up. And they're not po, bro. They got a billionaire ownership.
No, I'm just saying, relatively speaking. I'm not saying like hell no. They got money, bro. Like they got way more money than all of us times 100.
This nigga said because they po.
I'm just
They make
saying
selections at the NFL draft.
I'm just saying the business model of AEW is not as big as the WWE. And that's why I'm saying they're a little bit more stricter with that. And their wrestlers don't have that esque as like a Cody Rhodes with the American Wheat, or like Roman with Jordan, bro. That's fucking Jordan that he's under. That's Nike. A Fortune 500 company that you can put your money in now, that if you put some money in there, you can retire off of. Reebok is on a rebuilding stage to where, and the wrestlers don't have that. I can't articulate them. I can't find a word to articulate exactly what I'm trying to think, but they don't necessarily have the it factor as if the other rest. Like for instance, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is probably what would you rank him under the WWE roster right now?
Who, Seth?
Yes, Seth.
Top 10, top 5.
Top 10, top 5. All right. I'll say top 5 WWE wrestler right now. One of the top. What's the top 5 under AEW right now?
Hangman Page.
Hangman Page.
Will
Do you think that?
Word.
Okay. Now let's think of a brand deal. Let's think of a brand deal. Would you rather take 10% of a deal with Seth Rollins, with Balenciaga, if you will, that's believable, or a 10% or 50% of Wrangler with fucking Hangman Page.
They just gonna wear that shit. I'm with you though.
You know what I'm saying?
Seth gonna wear Balenciaga and Hangman Page.
More money is more money coming off of Seth with the 10% of that, because Seth has marketed himself with that, and you will lose more. You will lose, and let's say Seth bumps to fucking AEW. All of that is going with him, so you got to make him happy. You got to make him happy with just the 10% of the money that you will take from him. It's just that because of a Balenciaga, I'm hypothetically speaking, like Nick said, that will match with him, because we already seen that. We seen the brands that will give Seth shit to wear on Raw, on Netflix. You dig what I'm saying? That will be a commercial for them. And Wrangler money is real. You know what I'm saying? Wrangler been here forever, but it's the commercial-esque of it that I think that's WWE is slipping with it, like with the core wrestling fans, not with the business model of what they're doing, because even the thought process of them going back to Las Vegas is fucked up, because they're just chasing that dollar. They're not chasing the wrestling fan, and I think that's what's going to lose them, if that makes sense.
Greed, baby, capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Also, going to Vegas again, it might be it might be a drop in the bucket as far as like what they got to put out. It might be a drop in the bucket, and this next return on investment for Mania might be even more ridiculous, because they probably going to spend less. I don't know, but that's what I would assume.
I'm about to say they got for like what WWE try to do with Mania, they want the cities to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be paid to be in that city and do everything. So you already know Vegas don't have no problem doing that. They happy to do it. That is a destination for all the big events, and they happy to pay the bread.
Yeah.
Excellent topic, bro. Excellent topic.
Not bad if I went all over the place.
It was healthy. That was healthy.
Brother,
I had nothing to say.
Brother, I have a question. For you, brother.
What's up, bro?
Why the hell you keep apologizing for shit that we love that you do?
That's another topic.
Okay, got you.
Another topic, man.
I did like the Balenciaga Wrangler, because Wrangler got billions, just like
yeah.
I was just saying,
but it's just a different on-site of it, though. It just we'll respect a Levi and a brand, and we're like, oh shit, even Reebok, we were like, damn, they fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna little bro a Swerve and a Hangman a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, less leverage in the public.
Mm-hmm.
Who got there and who got next for their topic?
It don't matter. I can do mine. Chad can do his. D-Mac can do his. It don't matter.
Let's get it rocking.
I feel like I talked myself. I feel like I talked too much today. I've been missing.
I got you, baby. No problem. All right, cool. I was listening to a podcast on Friday. It was called Pablo Torre Finds Out. If you know of the podcast, it is it's a very interesting one. He usually goes and just talks about a bunch of things that go intersect with sports and everything like that. This one caught my eye because he talked about the last bromance and how wrestling intersected the NBA finals. And I was like, oh, I have a good idea what this is about. This is probably going to be about Dennis Rodman. Oh, no, about how talk about Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone, which it exactly was. But this man was going so far. It was like this dude, not even Pablo, was the correspondent he had. That man was like, he has evidence that is gonna make you think about the GOAT debate differently. And I said, all right, you have my attention. What's up, brother? He said, so we all go back to 1998 when we have Dennis Rodman being involved with the NWO, and they bring in Karl Malone. DDP is the one who brings in Karl Malone because Karl Malone was out here doing diamond cutters on the court, and DDP just happened to be there, and they seen each other, and they had a friendship. DDP comes up with the idea of Karl Malone coming into WCW to do the match with Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman. The thing that fucked me up, though, is that Eric Bischoff the way he came to the idea, he was like, all right, I have $2 million. I'm going to pay $2 million for Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone. They could do this match. He said, I could do it where I have ads for $2 million to get people to, I know how much it costs to get attention. If I can just get Karl and Dennis Rodman to do some shit, maybe during a game, I could get, and not get in trouble, I get all the eyes and all the free publicity. If you know anything that happened around the NBA Finals in Game 5 and Game 6, this man, Karl Malone, and Dennis Rodman were going back and forth. They was out here tussling and falling, tripping over each other in Game 6, the most important game of the season when these motherfuckers got eliminated. Now, the dude that the correspondent for the joint was saying that proves to him that just because they were doing shit to add more eyes to their match at Bash at the Beach 98, that they are not giving their full effort, and that how Michael Jordan's 6th ring is diminished. I'm not going that far. I think pro athletes can do two things at once. They saw a perfect opportunity to take advantage of bringing wrestling and to promote their match, which to me is still outrageous. That I thought these niggas hated each other, but I was also 10. So, but I thought Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone hate each other. But in what's really true is that they're both lifelong wrestling fans, and they had the perfect opportunity to do a wrestling match and to promote it in the highest regard and the highest echelon of NBA basketball, the NBA Finals, where they basically pretended to have a beef just so they can promote their match at the upcoming pay-per-view that happens a little bit after the NBA Finals. I was flabbergasted. So I don't know how the rest of y'all feel about such things, that I thought these niggas hate each other. I didn't know this shit was actually just a work the whole entire time.
Man, fuck Karl Malone.
Oh, absolutely. Without question.
Nah, but it is interesting though. Like, I could see that though. I believe Karl Malone was a fake ass nigga. That's why I respect Dennis Rodman. Like, he really lived his truth, regardless if you like him or not. He really lived his truth. Karl Malone was a bitch ass nigga.
How did what? So I heard something about it probably changes the GOAT debate.
Yeah,
like how is the 6th ring diminished again?
He's saying because Karl Malone is not giving his full effort in Game 5 and Game 6, even though they won Game 5. The Utah Jazz won Game 5 by 1 point or 2 points. That Michael Jordan's 6th ring is into question. So technically, he only got 5. That's what he was trying to do with his shit.
Bro,
bro,
come on. I don't know. Full effort. If Karl Malone doesn't give his full effort, like, he's playing in the front court. Mike, like, Russell was sticking Mike. Like, I'm just trying to see the correlation. You do?
I believe I'm with you 100%. I think the motherfucker on some bullshit. He wilding.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure he really got.
Yeah. That's why I enjoyed the pod, and I enjoyed what he was like trying to get at. Yeah. This man even interviewed Mike Costas, so Mike Costas can like talk about, and he brought it up to him like, "Yo, that was his argument," and then Mike Costa says that was the most inane argument I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's I don't know if that's it. Because what does it say about the rest of the Bulls team in 98?
Exactly.
So those conversations, like, you know, LeBron and Jordan conversations that like discredit them, like I'm so not a fan of those. However, 1998, I think in the years that I was living, right? 1998 is one of the greatest years in wrestling history, man. Like I was watching SummerSlam 98 the other day. Like I'm just like, this shit was it was different, bro. It was different than 98, man. And that was MSG too. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like moment after moment. 99 was, you know what I mean, was a little crazy, but 98 that's one of my favorite years, man.
Karl Malone, Jerry Sloan, you need a loan, Bulls and 6. The fuck we talking about, man? The hell, that shit won't gonna change a damn thing. Bulls was walking in and walking out champions. What the fuck?
And nobody ever beat Michael Jordan in the finals.
That's what I'm saying. He is
maximum effort, no maximum effort. Mike was still he was leaving with something.
What are we talking about?
They had the Bulls that 1998 finals. The Utah Jazz won game 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulls won the next 3 games. In game 3, they still have the biggest win by margin in playoff history because they beat the brakes off the Utah Jazz.
Mike said, "I'm not getting strict no more. I'm not getting strict. The fuck? We're not running that back. We gonna run the table. Russell, we out. Look at the clock. It's
ball game. Ball game.
Foul, no nothing. We out. I don't know. 98. That's probably my favorite Mike performance.
Yeah, bro. I watched that. I think that was the first finals I ever watched in my life.
That was like the first full one I watched.
I was 8 years old. I remember that shit. Like I had, you know, every basketball fan I had got like in the max, come fly with me. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
In the max was that work. Yeah.
In the max was that deal, bro.
Yeah.
I watched that shit probably about 100 times on VCS.
They was playing that in IMAX. At the time, we had an IMAX theater in Philly. We ain't got one no more. It was at the Franklin Institute. That's where I saw that. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Bro, we probably need to do a watch along with that in the max, bro. We got to figure out how we can do that without getting fucked up. But that in the max,
Twitch.
Come fly with me. The Ultimate Jordan DVD set, bro. That was
92 was special too. 92 was special, I thought.
Me too.
98, yeah, man. The Gary year. But yeah, I think 98 is the swan song, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he wasn't dunking on niggas no more, bro. He was playing beautiful basketball.
Yeah, he was all finesse.
Man, he was, but he had a squad too. He had Luke Longley. He had fucking Pippen was going crazy.
Still,
that was Pippen prime years, 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can add 4 and 5 when Pippen was that deal, bro. Niggas sleep on Pippen.
Pippen gets the most of the respect he deserves.
No, from you, because you a Bulls fan.
Nigga, I look at it this way. My man Scottie Pippen is out here disrespecting his legacy just because he get mad about how some shit went. He had to relive some shit.
It's not even that. That's not what niggas disrespect Pippen from. He an old ass nigga chasing them young girls and them young rappers taking his bitch. That's what.
I wasn't even gonna touch on that because I had a little
bit of respect for my nigga. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, brother. When you talk about man to man, that's one of the things that men look at. It's like how you holding your household, and his shit is rocky. He got some good kids out the deal.
I mean,
in the league.
Well, even when that shit happened, wasn't she like already like out of? They won't even like together anymore.
It don't matter, but still though, it's like how you holding your fucking crib, my brother.
Michael Jordan's son fucking your ex is pretty wild.
Hey man,
the nigga you hate.
I think that say more. I think that say more about Larsa Pippen.
It does.
It
does.
I'm with you. It
But
does.
also, going back, you wasn't here earlier, though, Molo. You wasn't here earlier. We were talking about Wayne picking the beats. Wayne probably was raw.
Oh, y'all talked about Wayne?
Yes, we did.
That was the question of the day. Scott said, he asked about Carter.
Bro, hurt my feelings, bro. I was about to wear a Wayne t-shirt from Market, formerly Chinatown Market, but
he took that shit up, huh? Said, nah, I ain't gonna wear that today. This ain't the day to wear that.
It need to be clean. It need to be, it need to be clean, bro. I like the album, but I knew everybody wasn't going to.
You like the Carter 6?
Yeah, I do like.
Hey man, more power to you, brother. You a true fan over there. That's what's up.
I am, bro. I'm a loyal fan, bro. I fuck with it,
That's
but
good.
I knew everybody else wasn't going to because the beat selection. Like Nas, like come on, Nas is one of the greatest rappers ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
His beat selection been terrible since Illmatic. Illmatic was fire. No, Illmatic beat selection was fire. When that nigga was Nasty Nas, you wasn't listening to that nigga like that. Come on now, be real.
I mean, personally, I think
until God will.
It was written as fire. That's one of the best follow-ups to a classic album.
You got it right, but he
and also wait. Excuse me.
He made albums between that.
Oh, brother, I can name a bunch of Nas albums I like. Stillmatic's one of the best, one of his better albums.
Right.
Godson is dope. The joint when he got when he got Khalees dress and the shit, wedding dress, that album was amazing. And that album got beats on it.
Yeah.
I think everything after that album you talk about, Nola, that's when the question about his beat selection, because I'm with you too. Like
the nigger album was trash.
What you say?
The nigger album
it was like one good
I'm about to say there wasn't that good of it. I didn't really like that album.
Like one good song.
Hey man, all the King's Diseases though, can't say nothing about that man.
Oh my
that
God.
man is fire.
Nah, it's him. Not him. Wayne him too. Just that I don't know, bro. He need
those last two Carters. He need to pack them up.
He need that light skinned nigga with them big ass glasses around him again. Chaz Court. Who's his manager?
I know you're talking about the dude that was his manager.
He needed him back. Because ever since that nigga left, it was
his team in the trash. That's the problem.
Because they keep telling him that shit is fire, bro. But
the rapping aspect of, because he can still like spit some fire. Like his pen is still good. But you can't make a song no more. And he needs like someone like to really executive produce and AR his shit. Or else you get the joint that came out on Friday, which sounds lost, sounds like a bunch of songs from when he was trying to be like a singing ass nigga a lot. Like the How to Love shit. That I feel like that's where a lot of that, like his motivation came from. And it's just all over the place. And the themes and the beats was trash. Like complete and utter trash. The actual writing to it, not bad. Rapping, if you just go rapping, like, okay, it's not a bad album. But everything else that makes a good album was lacking.
I feel like all of the Carters have a meaning. And I'm trying to find the meaning to this one.
They ain't no meaning. That's the problem.
I can't. I mean, like, Wayne is one of the greatest of all time. He's damn near the greatest of all time. Just alone pound for pound rapping. But yeah, I'm just trying to see like what's the story here.
Ain't no story. That's the problem. I like a lot of people trash Carter 5. I don't dislike Carter 5. I actually honestly do like it.
They had a dope lead single. We were saying the Swiss Beats joint.
Yeah. Like it was. I didn't think it was a bad album. And if we just stick into like rapping ability, my man been on a run with his features. Like I think he got a I think it was the last King Disease where he has a verse Nas's joint that I there's very few times where I listen to a song and to be like, damn, Nas, you got destroyed on that bitch.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne like left Earth.
And see, the thing is, I'm just catching up, fellas. Yeah, he fucked that up. You know what I mean? He definitely fucked that up, man. But I miss a good Wayne freestyle off of a Jack beat. Like one of my, the story of OJ beat. I feel like he killed that on that dedication tape. You know what I mean? Or I forgot what tape it was, but it was more so recent tape.
Dedication 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was trying to do that with the band from New Orleans, but I'm like, bro, you already killed the band from TV Big. Like, why revisit that? You killed that beat, bro. Like you did that, bro. You did that. Like that shit was.
That man heard that beat and said, "Bet."
He probably forgot because that nigga on drugs.
He is on drugs. That's a valid point. It's a very valid point.
I'm about to dip out.
I feel you, brother. You do your thing, man.
I'm about to holler at y'all boys, man. And look,
be safe, bro.
Holler at me on all streaming services.
Wayne on all streaming services. Yeah.
I mean, holler at me.
You can find us on streaming services.
Yeah.
D-Mac Tardy, man. I'm about to change my shit to Triangle Tardy because I'm a Lucha Libre these days. You heard me?
Wear your mask. We need the mask, man.
It's coming, bro. Matter of fact, I might be like what's my boy from AEW?
Who, Pentagon?
No, AEW.
He was from AEW, but I said
he was commentator.
What's my man name?
Excalibur.
Yeah.
PWG.
I'll be like him. I might do the rest of these episodes in the mask once I find the triangle. Once I figure out how I can do it. But love y'all boys, man.
Love you, Mac.
Love you too, brother. Be safe.
Enjoy.
Ready, man.
Good shit tonight too.
Absolutely, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were 3.
Hey, you have a topic left, sir. So you go ahead and do your thing.
Preach. So this is a free flowing kind of open. I didn't really take notes because I just want this to be open down between all 3 of us, and I'm kind of curious about your opinions. I'll say my piece and then I'll let y'all rock. But first things first. So obviously Becky just won the IC title. Let me shout out to Bex. We definitely don't do the whole Becky Hogan thing around here. Like you said, Nolo, she's one of them women's. I put her, Toni Storm, Mercedes, where it's like they love to give back in the ring. They love to allow the wrestler to showcase what they got. Toni Storm does that a lot. But yeah, so I never will do that with her. And sometimes she moves kind of weird, so I will say that, but never gonna put her neck out. Anyway, she wins the IC title. Her first IC title win. So I had posed on Twitter the question of like, I wonder what this does for anybody as far as the 4 horsewomen, where this moves her around. So I'll start with you, Nolo, as far as, and you can put the IC, well, no, we'll put them there, but along with the IC title, how do you rank your 4 horsewomen?
I mean, what's the criteria? Like,
no, just all you. I don't. No. All you. How you feel? Oh. I'm saying I was gonna say take the way. I was say no. We need that because that adds to it. Out of everything they've done in their career,
we go. All right, I got you. We got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with who I enjoy and who whatever more.
Okay.
Number 1 is Mercedes.
Okay.
Number 2 is Bayley. Number 3 is Becky. Number 4 is Charlotte.
Okay. Oh, wow. First time I heard. Wow. Okay. I like that. First time I heard it.
And that's just from personal, like, what I like.
I get it.
Charlotte is amazing in the ring. Charlotte is good on the mic when she has confidence.
Exactly.
My thing with Charlotte is she's basically been the same character forever. And you can hit Mercedes like with the same critique, but I guess I just enjoy Mercedes' work more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she goes higher. That's why her slider's a little hot. But I can understand if people come back and be like, yo, it's the same thing. But nah.
Okay. Lo, how about you?
Pretty much the same, but Becky's my fourth.
That's what I kept seeing a lot, mostly across the board. Was like Becky was this thing that she got didn't really move anything for her. As far as not her career, but the list of the lineage for them. So, and then mine is pretty much the same. Although I just have Charlotte is number 2, Mercedes 1, and I have Bailey over Bex.
So my slider for Becky is that Becky, every time Becky is involved with something, she makes it bigger. It makes it more, it brings more eyes to it. Like she kind of just makes like the event seem like a bigger deal. And I feel like she rises to the moment a lot. So yeah, that's why I put her above Charlotte, just for me.
Could there be anything down the line that changes y'all list, or y'all pretty much kind of locked in for this moving forward?
I think it depends on how Charlotte ends. She might move up for me.
Okay.
She might. Bailey, yeah, I mean, I don't know. That 2-3 might switch. But yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason I asked this, and I was kind of nervous about it because this is such a contentious topic for some, but I've never, since I've been watching wrestling, and I'm again, y'all have more knowledge than myself, but I've never seen this level of greatness amongst a group of women that, for the most part, have never even collectively tagged in a ring together or barely wrestled matches. Because obviously, they've done the little tag teams. They had a little one-off, so they wrestled each other. But there's never been a moment in time where they were together, like out on TV, like as a group moving forward as a faction.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of naturally manifests itself through obviously lineage and them connecting, coming around the same class, and just them all just at the same time being amazing at NXT. But I think why I brought this up, because I was pleasantly pleased with the dialogue that I saw. It wasn't nobody coming at nobody next. It was generally just like, hey, this is why, da 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 da, and here's my reasons. And I see shit like that. It makes me smile because, like, okay, there's most of this bullshit ass IWC yet, man. I have to take my little moments of joy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, you know what? I can respect this, but more so than anything, when I think about women business and I think about where we're at with this golden era of women's wrestling from all brands, from WWE, AEW, TNA, like I said, even seeing the women do their thing in Mexico and the Lucha Libres, I don't know if I've ever seen such a renaissance of heavy hitters and heavy movers that can easily be main eventers, that can easily be your top sellers, that can easily be obviously belt collector Monet. And I also wanted to get to that because, again, to see a black woman, a black Latin woman she's Latin, correct?
Who?
Mercedes Monet.
Both, yeah,
Okay.
Black and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. To see a woman of multicolor, but obviously black,
Mm-hmm.
to do the things that she's doing post WWE, to see this onslaught of just dominance across many brands, to see her be a belt killer, which we've never seen. Again, y'all know more than me, but I've never seen a woman do it. It was Bobby, it was Kurt, it was obviously Kenny, Ultimate Dragon. You know what I mean? But those were all men. To see a woman do it in this era, in this time frame, and collectively, you just kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. Well, we do, and niggas that think like us, but to see it and to see her dominate and to see and just see not just her, but collectively, all of the women still maintain this high level of greatness no matter what they're doing. Like you said, Nolo, Bex consistently raises the moment. No matter what you throw at her, she's gonna find a way to raise it and make it better. You can say anything you want, but she does that, and she puts her talent over. Like, again, outside of Tony, it's not two people that do it quite like her. I don't know exactly when the spark of it happened, but I know the four horsewomen were a part of that. And so for me, I love to kind of be a part of this thing where this team never teamed up, but yet still hold a lot of fucking cards and a lot of fucking pressure within this game. And again, it's not gonna go away no time, especially for Mercedes. She's on a magical run and a run that's historic that we really just need to make sure we sit back and embrace, because we don't see this often with women. Mm-mm. We do not see this often, and she's been given the creative license to do it. And not only that, she understands the moment. She understands why she needs to be this way, because she obviously wants to not remove herself from what happened to me, but show like, hey, I was always going to be big no matter what. This is my thing to say I told you so. But not only that, she makes sure she brings other people along. She makes sure she brings women with her and showcases women with her. So I say all right to say, like, my list is always going to be the same for me, but I just want to make sure that we give a full appreciation to what the four horsewomen have been able to do collectively and what they will continue to do as we move forward.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fucking excellent. I think for me, like, so I go back to a particular year. I want to go back to about 2016. And I think 2016, for me, that's when like the tide starts to change in women's wrestling.
Okay.
And I'm even kind of like going back to the 2016 PWI list. And I think it's every year, right? People get misplaced in certain places. But two people, and we gave a lot of credit to Naomi on the show today, which we always do, right? I want to give a lot of credit to Alexa fucking Bliss, man. I don't think so. Bailey, right? Like, Bailey is a Triple Crown champion in that company. And you know who else is? Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
She was down. I don't do this because I don't want nobody saying nothing to me. But I'll say it here. Like, in my brain and like just like doing my little notes and doing things sometimes, like, I refer to Alexa as the fifth horsewoman. And the reason why I do that is because she was cutting her teeth more so in NXT down there with Murphy and them. What was that? That was I forget the name of their team, but it's right offhand. But long story short, and that tag team was definitely doing great work. Mm-hmm. But Alexa's 16, and then we finally get Evolution in 2018, right? Again, we start talking about commercialism. Ronda Rousey comes here at a certain point, blah 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 blah. But like, and then we see that Naomi actually took the SmackDown title off of Alexa at Payback, if I'm mistaken. Alexa gets dragged into Raw in the Superstar Shakeup, and you know what I mean. So like, Alexa deserves a lot of credit, I think, to where women's wrestling is in this company for sure. As I said on this very podcast. You know what I mean? Like, Mercedes is the most accomplished black wrestler I've ever seen, like in ring, solely in ring. The most accomplished black wrestler I've ever seen and the most impressive. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm ready for this next Evolution, man. That's
July 12th, right?
We got Jade now. It's a lot going on. We got Valkyria in this joint. It's a lot going on. So, yeah, man. But the four horsewomen, man. Mercedes, these women were the best thing to happen to this company, wrestling wise, to give them legitimacy as a wrestling company, like on some real shit. Because the real wrestling was down to NXT. Not saying it wasn't none on the main roster, but like, yeah, man, yeah.
NXT was must see TV and must see, especially for their pay-per-views.
Takeovers was the most watched show on like the weekends. You know what I mean?
And Takeover was the best one every weekend.
Yeah,
every time.
And it's
I'm so jealous. I wish I was in the trenches when that was happening, because to go back and see Mercedes Bailey round 1, round 2, it's like to go back and see the Adam Cole. What was that team called? Adam Cole. Kyle Fletcher.
Shock.
Wow.
Undisputed, thank you. Undisputed, like to because I go back now, I'm like, wow, that was really dope. But it's nothing like being in the moment. It's nothing like being in the moment and to have these memories. Like, yeah, I remember when Adam Cole super kicked Ricochet off that goddamn rope. Yeah, I was there. I wasn't there for that. Now I still have the same joy when I see it, but I envy y'all because y'all was always in that and y'all always saw the potential in NXT. I'm just now seeing it. Now I love NXT, even though obviously it's not the same. It's still my favorite. But I just to know and to see that a lot of the women's evolution sparked from NXT, man, it was just a right recipe. It was the combination of everything going right at the right place at the right time. And that's why I get, obviously we all do, but you get frustrated when you see, like, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but Fyter Fest only having 20 minutes of fucking women, that's atrocious. That is atrocious.
Show. Yeah.
You put,
that's wild. Put Mercedes on commentary and, you know. Minutes? Yeah, they tried to give some service, but yeah, you put Mercedes on commentary. Yeah.
No, that ain't it, man.
It ain't. And they think they doing something because they debuted somebody.
They did to Kayla.
Yeah, so they, you know, yeah, but it's not enough.
Tekla, thank you.
Right, Spider. It's not enough. It's not enough. You're right.
It's not, especially at one point in time. I think me and Nola was like, "Yo, that AEW's women's roster got shooters, and they was holding that shit down."
Where the fuck is Serena Deeb at?
That's a good question. She had a few,
the last time she's in Ring of Honor, ain't she?
She had a few with Queen Amanada, but I haven't seen anything from that.
Woman of 1,000 holes, boy.
And that's another conversation for another day. But
yeah,
I love where we're at with the women. They always deserve to be booked. You tell me they're going to be a main event. If you tell me right now, obviously I still think the play is probably going to be Hangman and Mox at All In. But if you told me Tony and Mercedes going main event, I'm not going to look at you different. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm locked in. That's just going to be fun. Because I know what I'm getting from both of those competitors. I know what I'm going to get from Mercedes main event is a real thing. So it's just a magical ride to be able to enjoy what the Trailblazers wanted this to be years ago. Your Jackies, your Jazz, Asia Kong, Gail Kim, and so forth and so forth. I know that they're proud. I know that they're honored, and I want this to keep going, and I want us to speak up when this atrocities happen, when we don't see them, because you have no more. Like, okay, you didn't have as much talent, or it wasn't a lot of them cooking. Fine, cool. You can't say that anymore. You can't tell me you're not gonna sit here and watch the whole evolution. I'm gonna watch the whole fucking card from start to finish,
top to bottom.
Top to bottom. I'm not getting up.
And it's gonna be fire.
So there's no more excuses, man. And so that's just that, and that's our job. Like when we see it, why the fuck is only 2 matches? Why the fuck is this? Why the fuck is that? Because at a lot of times
for AEW to do that.
Exactly. You have absolutely, you got time and a roster? The fuck?
I want to say I can see it happening in the future though. Like I don't think we're too far away from it. I think AEW could run their own women show. Just to
I'm with you. I would love to see it. I mean, there's no reason you can't. So I just always wanted to make sure when I get a chance to highlight the women business, I do that because they deserve all the praise and more.
Absolutely. Great topic, y'all.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Man. Real good shit.
Shout out to Athena, just cause.
Oh yeah,
900 days, baby.
And Queen Amanada.
You know
and Queen Amanada. You're goddamn right.
And stop saying. I seen something earlier. They were saying somebody sent her flowers. Yeah, leave the women wrestlers alone, man. Talk to the women that watch wrestling and be nice and respectful to them too.
Please.
Stop being weird. Please, that's all I ask.
Stop being weird, nigga. What's that shit, Atlanta? Stop being weird, nigga. Man, I'm trying.
I remember that shit.
No, that's a class episode. But that's all I got.
Cool. I was about to be like, anybody got anything else? Because it's done.
No, we good, brothers.
Yeah, we did it, brother. We did it. We did it, fellas.
You're watching 4 more hours. Do we got 4 hours of Dynamite this week?
We do have 4 more hours.
We're watching 4 hours of Dynamite.
I don't know.
I'll be at work. I got a new work schedule.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Background noise at some point, and then you tap back in depending on what happened. But that Fyter Fest.
Ain't the finals on at the same night?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
yeah.
Then sorry, buddy.
I'll be back. We'll be back and forth. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
I did the whole 4. I did the whole 4 Fyter Fest, so I'm good.
I mean, I watched it. the next day. Just got in.
I guess we're losing by double.
Pacers?
Oh, you already know the Pacers losing by double.
Oh yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah.
Jimmy, we about to run it back. We about to run it back.
You know what time it is.
That nigga Halliburton get on my nerves. He do it to me every time, bro. I don't even bet no more. I'm just like, bro, like
I love it. That's the perfect time to bet on him. When they down 15, just go ahead and put that ticket in, man.
That's right. That's when the house start tripping, thinking ain't nothing gonna happen. And then you come up. No, I feel you, no low. That's you right. You're absolutely right, man.
Put that ticket in, man. They're a great team because they at least gonna make it fun. Yeah. They might not win, but they gonna make it fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tap into that too, though, for sure, boys.
Oh, that shit has been on the entire time.
I'm talking like we didn't even hit the red button off yet. I'm glad.
We about to get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, man.
You can find me at Red of the Leaf on X, Instagram, Blue Sky. Follow the 3 pod pages at all 3 of those platforms.
Absolutely, you can find me Low from the Lead. Also follow Locker Room Lead on YouTube, Twitch, all of those good things. Yeah, man, and we good. Love y'all, man. BGW Pod is for life, as you always know.
Yo. Y'all know what it is. Locker Room Lead, Low from the you know what I mean, from Philly.
Everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Until the final whistle, don't know what the next episode is, but when we know, you gonna know. Tap in.
Me either.
Okay. So when we know, y'all gonna know. Scotland's words, you can find them everywhere. Tap the fuck in. D-Mox Boxer Corner. Eventually, I'm speaking into existence. Tap the fuck in. And listen, I got a little show. Nothing crazy. Little Razzle Dazzle. Ladies Who Collective, episode 4. Tomorrow, 5:45-ish. So, give me some time.
Good job so far, champ.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You've been cooking.
Thank you.
You've been cooking with that.
Thank y'all so much.
Nothing like this nowhere else for the WNBA, baby. So
thank you. That means
you already. Yeah. Visionary, baby.
It's been a while since I've done the wrestling. Obviously, been tapping in with my ladies hoops, but a wrestling edit will drop this week, and it will be the alpha male, Monty Brown.
Beautiful.
Hey,
that's hard. Yeah, that's gonna go up.
And other than that, man, Chaz OB, IG, my man Zoe, X. I love y'all.
Love you too, champ.
Hey, love you too, man. But yeah.
Follow Scott, follow D-Mac. Y'all know where to find him.
Follow our brothers, yeah.
At D-Mac Tardy, at Poetic Scotland.
Bang.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, that's the end of the show, y'all. So I hope you enjoy, and y'all enjoy your night. Hopefully the Pacers keep coming back.
Let's listen to
financially, that'd be nice.
Yeah. You about to make me do it now.
Hey, I'm just saying that it's never a bad idea.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, but it's all good, man. That's it for 203.
Woo!
On the road to 204.
Woo! 205, right around the corner.
205.
And we are out.
Oh, y'all.
Peace out to my world.
And at the end of the day, that lady from Double I don't like Latoya Jackson. We don't want no problems. Don't send nobody no our way. We're fine. We're sorry. We're so sorry. We just trying to be black and live.
Nothing.
I didn't say anything either. Somebody else said it. I brought it here. Hey, no, in the show. I don't want to die. In the show.